This is the Haley pops in.
Expecting you to be in Pico. You just hit the button.
We are already live. I'm working on getting the chat pulled out.
Live.
Fly, 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 fly. Fly, 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 fly.
Oh,
There's already 7 people watching. This stream is a success.
they're ready. They're ready.
Success. 10 watching right now. Success.
I have myself on the big screen. So we'll start
Success.
out.
Hi, Frank. That's that awesome guy I met at Philly. My little buddy who built Soundwave.
We were in the swag bags this year. I got Bricking in the Rain, Raiders of the Lost Brick, a Yellow Brick Road, a Brick Kong, and an extra Brick Kong.
Nice. Those little builds were so cute.
Yeah.
That old brickhead. We got a bell, a beast, a Finn, and a Black Widow.
Nice.
Now, as I'm doing this, I gotta find room to put this stuff. That's why I hadn't done this yet.
Were those sets that you won, the brickheads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I can't remember.
I think they are.
I think Erica won Stephanie's bedroom.
Yep. I remember when she won that.
And then they did one of the build challenges. I think there's 2 or 3 of those in that box.
Yep.
Star Wars. You love
That was the that was the speed build challenge. Or speed build, yeah. The deadliest speed.
I got 3 of these things
Oh, good. Them's always good.
from one of the speed builds or one of the games.
Isn't that Red Brick District? That was one of the speed build sets. A couple of the speed build sets they did that figure.
No, that was the other one too.
Oh,
His buddy.
okay. I know they had one of those guys.
I got a little bitty Lego backpack.
That's from the charity auction?
Yeah.
I know. I think I bid on it before you bid on it.
I don't even know where this comes from, but looks like I got a bag of printed pieces or stickered pieces.
Your mom bought that from Brady Bricks.
Yep, that's
Your mother bought it from Brady Bricks. I saw her looking at the bag at Brady's table when me and Entok bought a 5. That's a train piece. Oh, that's just for the Hogwarts. It'd be cool if it was like an old printed train number brick.
Bag of bulk bricks.
Oh, yeah. I came home with so many bulk brick bags. We're doing good, Nerd Brick 101. Dude Jude's here, Nerd Brick 101. Frank 17, Bricksomniac, Collecting Bricks. They're all here watching.
This is 2 pick-a-brick cups of the Easter stuff that was on the wall.
Cool.
This
So
bag,
that was
maybe-
the Lego store, though, not the Discovery Center, right?
yeah. Well, this is from Texas. Haley brought this for me.
Oh.
Yeah,
Never mind.
connections. That's the nice thing is we all make connections.
Oh, wait a second. No, this This is the one I got from the Lego store because it's got some of the curved pieces in it.
Okay.
Haley's is yet to be found, but it's in here somewhere.
Tucked away for a later date.
Put that there.
Oh yeah, jelly. Jelly.
Oh, that's a good poly bag. Did you buy that one?
I did.
I don't have that one. I have that one he's about to show. I have that.
That one I had a bunch of. That one.
I have the Valentine's, but not the fall leaf.
Yeah, 'cause that one had a bunch of the little leaf pieces. Because,
I think Holland and Ballin Boys gave me that one.
Nice.
My mom won these two doing something.
Nice. Yeah, in my haul, I didn't show what I got from the pick-a-brick wall, but it's already all sorted into my Lego anyway.
Oh, and then I grabbed some stickers from the Lego store.
Oh, yeah, those are cool. I have a bunch of those.
Can't believe y'all talked me into doing this.
now
Sure,
you're
yeah.
I
Hey,
got
just so you know, Hoosier, we remember during one of Kevin's stream, they talked them into buying a Falcon. We haven't done that yet, so you're okay.
Falcon.
Cup full of brick.
Oh,
A
yeah.
UCS Falcon is what he ended up buying on one of his streams. Yeah.
The stuff that he's gonna show us probably stuff I got off the pick-a-brick wall too.
I probably should have got more than these, but I got a cup of them.
I got a bunch. I didn't get a cup. I wish
Where
I
were
would.
those at? Where were those at, Hoosier?
Discovery Center, Reed.
Oh, the Discovery Center.
They had light bluish gray bricks, dark red 1x2 bricks, dark red 1x2 plates, the plant pieces, I don't know what they're called. Those
And the seaweed ones.
and the seaweed and dark
Yeah, I mean,
green.
I got a bunch of I'm glad.
Light
I
bluish gray windows. You just showed. It was a really good pick-up brick wall at Discovery.
I'd be disowned.
I picked those up for Bricks for Chris. So.
I'd be disowned if I bought that much.
No, but their pick-a-brick wall went from the bottom all the way to the top.
Yeah,
It legit ceiling.
you couldn't reach the top row.
We were all yelling for OBFD.
And
Like, where are you?
there was a row above. There was a second to the top row. I couldn't even reach the second to top row. I had to have people help me.
That was that box or bag. Then we got
Frank says he's gonna try to make a transformer, a combiner transformer. That's cool, Frank. Oh, nice.
you got the Go Brick Me. Erica won that for telling a story.
That's awesome. That's a good set. Parts.
I wonder if those were the leftover sets from last year.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Because they had like a half a pallet left over from last year too.
Oh yeah, because they got it for the draft, right? They bought it in case people didn't get it. Oh, nice.
My mom won that at the Discovery Center.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yep, the raffle at the Discovery Center opening night. Nick won a Star Wars set at that.
Fick and Bricks picked that up for me a couple months ago for like $11 on clearance.
Oh wow, $11, good deal for that.
I like the airplane in that one.
I like the bank truck.
And then my mom also won this one
Oh yeah, the Milana Tar.
at the Discovery Center.
Milana Tar.
And then the Holland and Ballin Boys was running a little late, but they went to the flea market.
We have tornado coming. We have tornado coming.
We have a tornado coming? Good. Hopefully it'll wipe everything clean off the map. Scorched earth.
But
I'm in the basement. I'm safe from tornadoes. Tornadoes can't touch me here, Jennifer.
Batten
Yeah.
down the hatches.
Batten down, swab the poop deck.
Where? Because you're north, aren't you? You're northeast to me. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm northeast Wisconsin. I love that set. I got that set. What'd you pay for that, Peter?
the Holland and Ballin boys was running late because they got caught up at the flea market with Uncle Cheap. And they called and asked me to set up their tables for them. And that they found something at the flea market I would like. So they picked it up and gave it to me.
Nice. Yeah, that's a great. I love that set.
That was
Remember
nice.
when I was trying to tell you to buy it when it was on clearance at Target, and no one would listen to old Butt Shop. They said, "No, don't listen to Butt Shop." That's what everybody said.
Lord only knows what we're going to find in this box.
Mystery box.
I picked up some base plates from the yard sale.
There you
Oh,
go.
nice. I wish I would have got some from the yard, some base plates at the yard sale. I didn't even see any. Everyone probably bought them up right away. I know Blaze got a whole bunch of 48 by 48 ones at the yard sale for $6 a piece.
I picked up an amulet.
How'd you get that, Gujar?
I believe some guy named Butt Chop handed this to me.
I threw it to you across the yard sale. I found it in a bin. I was going through a bin no one had gone through yet. It was under CAB's table, an untouched bin of stuff. I'm rummaging through. I see it. I'm like, Hoosier, Hoosier. Then he looked, and I'm like, look, ambulance, city. And then he puts his hands out, and I threw it to him like a football, and he caught it.
I picked up.
I like that one. That was good.
Yeah, I missed that one when it was out, so I grabbed this one.
Airport fire truck.
Collecting Brick says I didn't even get a notification.
So we're all gonna have to come down because the tornado warning is going.
Are you serious?
Yeah, is it okay?
Yeah, you can come down here. No, I want you to die in the tornado. No one's allowed down here.
We don't
'cause of
want to
tornado.
interrupt your important documentary.
I can.
Come join. More the merrier.
You
Come party.
join the stream. Come on.
Yeah, it would be me joining.
I grabbed
I'm separate.
a
Dibs.
Dupont train.
But Indigo and
I'll
Nora
get dibs
the
on that.
bird. And the guinea pig.
Did you get that for Jackson?
That's awesome. That's a good deal on that.
Come down.
Okay. Are you seriously worried about a tornado coming? You know how?
Didn't you hear the siren?
No, but every time the siren goes off, a tornado never comes. Why would it come today?
So evidently, evidently, I bought a winter post office parts bag. So
No.
Nice. Shut up, Jennifer.
I'm guessing I'm building a winter post office.
Yay. That's
That's awesome. That's a good. How much was that bag?
I didn't pay prices. It was on the bags.
Oh. Well, what was it? What was it? I didn't pay the price that was on my bag either. For that, but
$40.
oh, that's a good deal anyway, even at the price.
I got Winter Village Cottage.
Oh, nice.
That's good. I got a bunch of those sets. Those are good sets to have.
I wish I had one of them. I know Nick has one.
I have two of every set except for the repeat of the Winter Toy Shop, and I don't have the new ones. I need to get those.
the fire station's pretty nice.
I don't have any of the old ones. All I have is the train station, and the fire station.
I got more Duplo.
Nice.
Jackson's gonna love it.
Too cool. Is that a plant piece in there?
Is that a what?
Is there a plant piece on the back side? No, never mind. I thought I saw like a tree part. Tree. That's cool.
No, that's some of the Bob the Builder right there.
Yeah, that little that excavator or whatever.
I think I saw something else too. There's a couple pieces in there.
I picked up Family House for Bricks for Chris.
Nice.
That's right. Yeah. I tried to grab that before before the yard sale. They're like, oh, that's for Chris.
What was the price on that? That's the set I want to get.
45.
Oh, I could steal for that. That's the set I want. You know how expensive that thing goes for?
But you gotta remember, I did a hellacious bundle, so I didn't pay none of the prices on the bag.
No, I know that. I mean, CAB gave me a bundle price too on everything. I don't know. I paid less than what the.
Another Winter Village thing. Nice.
What's that? What's that?
Market. So
Oh, cool.
Nice. Anything Winter Village is always nice.
Dang, you got all the good stuff. Jealous.
and just random winter parts, I guess.
What do you mean, Juan? I'm hoping the couch is comfy. I'm not sleeping on the sofa.
Somebody
Don't
get,
sleep in his chair. He's just gonna fall asleep sitting in his chair.
If there's a tornado going on, I will still go to the second floor and go to bed in my bed. I'm not afraid of a tornado.
somebody gave Erica that. I want to.
Angry kitty.
I think it might have been Joey.
Is Joey gave her? Is that Joey who gave her that?
I think so.
Oh, that's how it keeps.
I grabbed a SpongeBob.
Oh,
Yeah, I got a SpongeBob set on my Google sheet. I have the emergency room one.
I had the big SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, like the huge UCS one.
Yeah, and I let somebody else take it. Sean, I gave it to Sean.
Yeah, I think we came back with the SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, I saw you with that in your hand, Hoosier. That SpongeBob,
Right.
that big guy.
Saturday's still kind of a blur.
Everything's a blur. I'm remembering stuff as I watch footage and as I see stuff that Hoosier has in his hall.
Yeah.
It brings back memories of stuff that I've already forgotten.
I grabbed the Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh,
I'll be
nice.
adding the GWPs of those on my site.
Tell Charlie which SpongeBob set you're selling. Hope or Reed, he might be interested in it.
So
Have the emergency room.
Oh,
since I grabbed the Beetle,
might as well grab the bus.
might as well grab the bus.
I had small poly bags of that one, but I've sold them all.
I think it's kind of neat that they do poly bags of those sets as well as the big one.
Hey,
I was waiting.
Which one?
$25. He's got two.
I think you just need to build your own custom one. I think you'd be better off.
Yeah, you can do a tandem log truck. Make it so you have the truck. You have
I got one on the way from
of another log hauler.
on the way from OBFD too. So
Tandem.
that box is empty.
Tandem.
All right, Charlie, you ready?
No, well, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the tags on those logging trucks are $25. Don't you owe me $25?
There you go, Charlie.
Yeah, I think you showed that the other night. That's gold mine right there.
I can't do anything with that.
With the
Oh,
track.
yeah. Everybody's about the 9-volt, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you get the track, but if you don't have that yellow dial, you're kind of sunk.
I actually had bought 3 of those yellow dials at a store on the western slope that had looked like they'd been on the shelf since the 90s.
Gold. That's a honeypot.
Sold a bunch of them I sold them to most of the downlug members at one point for the guys doing GBC because I think I have 3 or 4 of them myself. So Plus, I found a train in one of my kits that comes with another one, so I'm set.
Some of the things that I picked up that are evidently still packed away. Yeah,
9 volt, 9 volt.
the Pick-a-Brick cups from Haley. I do have some more poly bags floating around somewhere.
Floating poly bags. That's cool. Kind of spooky.
I got a second Santa Fe.
Second Santa Fe?
Yeah.
Wow. I still need one.
And a Cafe Corner.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to. That's why I was holding on to the cafes my friend had, was because I was hoping I'd come across something I could either sell or trade a cafe for. But he wanted them back, so he's got them here in Madison now. So
The Santa Fe and the trains is packed away in those boxes over there.
yeah.
So I'm not digging them out. But that was everything that I picked up.
Nice haul.
I did pretty
Good
good.
haul.
Nice haul.
I'll get to my haul eventually.
Haul.
I just need to. I need to unbox all my stuff in storage, shoot a video of that, and watch everybody's jaws just hit the floor
There you go.
as I shoot 1,500 sealed sets. That'll.
Hey, it's not about gloating and making people's jaws hit the floor. That's why I don't do haul videos.
I just want people to. I want people to be interested, so they'll buy some of them off of me, so I don't have to have them all.
I don't like to brag, so
Out of all the stuff I got, what I was most happy to get was my log stuff
yeah, we know that.
and probably the bricks.
Oh yeah.
Now it was nice getting the bricks off the wall.
Well, if the Santa Fe is not interesting, hey, I might be able to find I can maybe see if I can get a cafe or something to trade or
Yeah,
something.
like if you don't really like it, I'll take it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I was excited for the Cafe Corner and the other Santa Fe, but I've known for
Yeah.
8 months that those were there waiting on me.
Right.
Oh.
He already knew those were guaranteed. That wasn't like a I hope I find those. It was like, oh, I picked those up when I go to Philly. So that's not as exciting as other stuff.
Yeah, and then like this, I knew the Metroliner was waiting on me.
I got one of those. I just need a Santa Fe.
There was a guy selling a one Santa Fe for like 200. I should have bought that one because he had a spare motor.
Yeah, I got to get in touch with Uncle Chief. He sent me the picture. The Santa Fe was complete. But this one is missing
I need to talk to you more, I guess.
but it's missing the bottom part.
Yeah.
It's not the wheels. It's what goes in between the wheels.
So
Oh, okay. That was very easy.
Unfortunately, it needs I can't remember how many of the slopes. They're like $4 a piece.
yeah, but to find if it's missing just something like that and it's expensive, it's not bad considering the whole thing is. So that's why I joke and I laugh, because when I was working for Lego, I actually was part of the. I actually did a lot of the inside suggestions, part of the inside ideas, and that was one of the things I suggested was going back to that train stuff. So obviously that was shot down, but
Yeah, like I said, I know he's got it. It's just whether he can locate it or not. But I want to keep that one original because I switched from the old gray on my other one to the new gray
oh, okay.
because it was missing every slope. So I didn't want to put that much that much money into that one, knowing I had another one coming.
Yeah, I need to see because I mean I got lots of collections too. I need to see if I stumbled upon any of those old pieces like that too. Even though I don't have instructions for any of that stuff, I just need to see if I'll walk out and find something like that.
I had the bag of parts a second ago. I don't know where I put them. Oh, right here. Here's from my other one. That's all the parts I traded out for the new Grays.
There you go.
And we'll go get your pajamas on it. Shouldn't be time for bed. You haven't studied enough. Now you throw away it.
What's up, B Fag? Now I got all this stuff. I got all this stuff out. Now I got to find out where I'm going to put it.
Away.
You're gonna pack it up and send it over here?
What do you want, Haley?
All the good stuff.
Just don't have my logging trucks.
No, I still have mine. I'm good.
I think I got one somewhere. I think I built it.
And you can't have Jackson SpongeBob.
Nope, I want to take Jackson SpongeBob.
When I showed the one that Sean ended up with, when I showed it to Charity, I thought for sure we was buying that one. And Sean was like, if you don't buy it, I'll take it. I just handed it to Sean.
Yeah, I want to find the one with the bus because the bus has those white wheels that you can't get in other sets.
Oh, the SpongeBob set, the bus?
Yeah.
You know what? I should look because I worked for Lego back in the day when we got to keep the sets, and I'm wondering if I have one somewhere built that I just keep forgetting about. I'll look and see if I can find it.
Yeah.
I know I built one at one time, but I can't remember if it was one of the ones I built for the store or if it was something I actually have in mind. But I'll look at Haley and I'll let you know if I find it.
Thank you. Yeah, because I have the others because my sister liked SpongeBob, so we bought her the SpongeBob Legos. So I have her collection now. We're just missing the little school bus.
I will definitely keep my eyes peeled because it's probably not something I'm going to need to keep in my collection. Gosh, some of these bricks are just terrible.
If you're selling off any Western stuff, let me know.
The Western stuff, I don't think I am. I'm hoping I still get to build some stuff for Kevin's next stop motion. Actually, Western was one of the things I bought tons of. When I found like the panels, and then when we had the Palisade bricks on the wall, I bought tons of those. And we got lots of the 1x4s, lots of the 1x2s. I mean, I bought that stuff like it was going out of style.
Yeah.
I actually traded for somebody had like that one of the kits, I think it was the GWP with the plant or something, the microfigs, and I think I traded some of my logs. I think I did like it was either 1 cup or 2 of the 1x2 logs, and I dipped in, and you still couldn't tell that I took it out basically after I dipped in 1 or 2 cups.
1 cup was 2.
It might have been 2.
1
large.
cup was 2, good sir.
Because that was back in the day. I mean, I actually some of the parts I'd buy tons of. I knew I had something in mind I was thinking of doing, and so I'd buy a bunch. And that is not gonna fly.
Well, you know, Hoosier, the part out sets are already sorted for you.
Yeah, I can't even remember what I picked up, so we're all going to find out together.
Yeah, I don't think I looked at what your mom got picked up mine. So no clue.
God, my mom put 500 pieces of tape on the box. Thanks, Mom.
She did what?
Put 500 pieces of tape on the box.
Yeah, make sure it's taped.
I want to make sure this stays sealed, stayed shut on the trip. I gotta.
Hey, I found there's Haley's pick a brick cups.
Yay!
Oh. Haley.
Yeah, that's bad. I went up there today. They didn't have any new stuff on the wall.
Haley.
That's what I need to see, because actually I got one of the person I first hired as an assistant manager still works for the store. He's a soup now, and I was asking him if because I actually sent him the list like I used in my stream last week, and I said, "Are you sure you guys don't like order from a list?" And he's like, "Well, oh wait, the guy that orders it says they order something that looks like that." I said, "Well, if the part I'm looking for, the 1x2 clear plate, shows up again, just let me know." And then I'll start making my calls to the different stores I know, and then I'll be like, see if they can order them for me.
Read.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out.
I mean, it's one thing for. I mean, actually, I'm hoping my neighbor down the street. I'm hoping I get to talk to them, because she's got her brother from Germany here visiting. I want to find out where in Germany he's at, because if he's anywhere near the Legoland, that would be cool.
What's going on, Brick Bender?
Brick Ben.
So it looks like I got some 1x10 dark bush gray.
Nice. Good night, Frank.
Oh, is that something where you did like you parted out sets or whatever, or what?
Hey,
Did like
brother, for the brick set draft, yeah.
yeah, I do it once in a while.
Some 1x3 light bluish gray brick.
I got some brick separators from one of the drafts I did.
Well, they weren't doing one. They didn't do one this year, so we brought our own.
The person who picked the brick separators from the draft that they did got a special prize.
1x6 orange brick.
That's right, I did that wrong. Oh man!
I can't believe these were still left, but I got some reddish brown windows.
Ooh.
I'll fix that tomorrow night. I'm not doing that now. Well, I gotta fix something. I did it wrong. I gotta fix it. Dang it.
Got these dark red. I don't even know what. Some kind of slope, modified slope, maybe.
I can't.
Can't even see what it-
I'll pull one out of the bag.
Anybody see my mistake?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
I have
yeah.
a bunch of them. I have 2 of those boxes parted out, so I got a bunch of them.
They make good little items.
Oh, you can't tell. I made a mistake on my castle.
It looks awful, Reed.
Well, I wanted it to be the elevation to be clear or white behind the slopes, and it's red, so I got to change that.
What's that? Is that?
Dark red 2x12 plates.
Oh, nice.
Those are nice.
Score.
Well, I'm gonna take off, guys. I gotta go to bed.
Good night, Reed.
Thanks for letting me join, guys.
Thanks
Hey,
for
Reed.
joining, Reed.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I will be streaming tomorrow night.
Sleep tight, honey bun.
I got
Thank you.
some white 2x3 plates.
There you go. Get some for the Winter Village.
Sleep tight. Sleep tight.
10 2x8 plates.
Yeah.
I saw these and I was thinking some kind of awning or something, maybe.
Yeah, I have some of those. You got enough to do something with them. I don't think I have. That's a good amount to actually use them for something.
So, right before Philly, I was trying to put a Lego truck together. and I couldn't find these.
Oh.
Now I got a bunch.
Now you got more than you could ever use.
Looks like some 2x10 dark bluish gray plates.
Everyone else must have been taking the crazy color bricks because you got a lot of the good colors and the useful colors that were in that box.
I think this was down towards the end, 1x1 with the little clip on it.
Yeah, those are useful.
I'll grab those. Like 2x8 reddish brown plates.
Oh, nice. I love those. That color.
2x4 bricks.
Mill plate.
Yep. I started remembering that about halfway through. And I got some 2x6 bricks.
Mills plate.
I got a bunch of red flags for shiny.
Red flags. That's awesome.
Oh, that's what I needed to do. Have him hold the red flag in the city.
Uh,
I got some R's or whatever they are.
oh, yeah.
One by 3 tan plates.
Tan is good.
Green 1x1 bricks. Some weird color orange jumpers. I don't know why, but I grabbed them.
Yeah.
There you go. You never know.
Africa likes these colors.
Oh, the light yellow.
Yeah,
So
I like that.
those are hard. Those colors are. There's
I like that color.
I grabbed there's some 1x2s and some more of them funny looking slope pieces.
I'd like to do a building in that color, but I don't have enough of them.
no, and those pieces are expensive. Some of the other colors to get other pieces, and you selected pieces right now for that color.
So I got tan 1x1 round studs.
Useful. That's sand right there. You got some sand.
What's going on? Tyler Skinner. Is that the Tyler that was at Philly?
Hey, Tyler. I think it is. Tyler.
Somehow this bag got mixed up. I don't know how, but it's got red 1x3s and green 1x2 slopes.
Yeah, mixed bag.
Very Christmassy.
Mixed bag, everybody.
And then some, I'll pull one of these out. Yep, that's the one that was at Philly.
Tyler.
And I got some dark tan. I guess
Oh,
that's
yeah.
slope or whatever. I didn't have none in that color, so I grabbed them.
That's cool.
Yeah, plate slopes. Slope plates. The platiest slopes of them all. It's the platiest slopes of them all.
So I got some pretty good parts.
Oh yeah, Brickbender's got a good point. Between the red and the yellow slope, you can make a really nice awning. The red and yellow would be good as an awning, like every other. Nice.
We might give that some consideration. At the moment, I'm not thinking about building at all.
Whatever.
Honestly, I'm not.
In the back of your mind, you know you're always thinking about buildings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that might have been how I got the good parts. My numbers were 8 and 12.
Oh yeah, luck. Dude, Hoosier's got a luck. He's a luck magnet.
So I got to choose pretty close to back to back.
He doesn't have the bad butt shop luck. He's got the heavy Hoosier good luck. I gotta give him some of my curse and take a little bit of his luck away so we're evened out.
Seems fair.
Brickbender had numbers 10 and 20. That's not too bad.
Yeah, but I think with you was last, wasn't you, Bender, with 20?
Tyler. Hi, Tyler.
We
It was
went.
awesome that you said hi to me at Philly.
Hi,
Even
Tyler.
though I didn't have much to say except for really you watch our stuff. That's crazy. And you're like, okay, good talk. I didn't know what to say. I didn't think that I'd meet anyone at Philly that watches our stuff that I didn't know. So that was really cool. You made me a liar, Tyler, because I said I guarantee no one's gonna come up and know who I am if I don't actually know from YouTube or from somewhere. And then you came up and I was like, darn it. I almost made it without anyone.
Dang, I filled up my chair.
It was very nice meeting him at the there.
Yeah. I'm glad that you showed up so close to meeting you so that I can remember forever.
I guess it was Saturday. I don't know if it was Saturday and Sunday. But
You said y'all are secretly famous. That's all. Yeah. It's just because we're not the types that are trying to be famous. That's why. Or I'm not. I shouldn't speak for everyone. I'm not the type who's trying to be famous, so I don't expect anyone to really watch my stuff except for my friends. So if someone else does, that's awesome. But I just don't expect it because
yeah,
trying to be famous.
Brick Bender said Brick Blaze. Did he pop in the chat?
Oh, Blick Blaze is actually he changed his name from Brick Blaze. He changed the R in Brick to L, so it's actually Blick Blaze.
No, Brick Blaze is going to Brick Universe St. Louis.
Oh yeah.
That was that.
So yeah, Bender got to pick last on the parts draft. So when it was his pick to go last, then he went first because then they counted down backwards.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice. Classic Bender. That's a classic Bender shenanigan.
Dang, Haley, you tied the knot tight enough?
Come on, Mom. Why are you tying this so tight?
All you have to do is twist it and just push it through the loop.
You know I got bad fingers, Mom. Why are you doing this? Or is that Haley who tied
Or
it?
just give up and just tear open the bag. So
Yeah.
What are you saving the bag for next Christmas to wrap presents in, Grandma?
No, I know there's a lot of small parts in here, and I can see it raining flowers. All right, I'm going to mute this real quick just in case Chris is listening while he's at work.
yeah, just twist it and you can push it back through the.
If he was listening, a good thing he was. Hopefully, he wasn't listening on Vibes stream because his ears would have got messed up when I was by the camera. Because I know Juan was like, "Thanks, that hurt my ears really bad. I didn't mean to, but whatever."
Yeah, shake those bricks.
The next shows I'm trying to go to are Brick Fiesta in Texas and Brick Fair, Virginia, says Tyler. I think they're all planning on going to Alabama in January. And
Oh. Yeah, I was.
oh,
I don't think we're not going to Brick Fiesta because we'll have the kids for the summer. It's, but I know we're planning on go to Alabama in January.
and a lot of people are going to go to Brick World Chicago. A lot of people going there. I'll probably be there. And I just broke my Nexo castle.
What's going on, Howie? Howie says Texas is closed.
Howie.
You know, Tyler, Brickfest, they come to Houston in October. We're going to that one to display.
Howie. It was awesome meeting Howie.
And I did not realize his sign was 1x1 bricks.
Yeah.
I saw his sign, but I didn't go and look very close and until everyone was taking it apart.
That was crazy. It was crazy taking it apart. That was an event in itself. All of us, me, Brick Jams, and Brickbender Underworld, and how we're all working on getting that thing apart. It was that was a chore, man.
Oh, y'all were like a wrecking ball team. You were like, yeah, we got this.
Tyler, Chicago is Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, it's coming up in a month, Tyler.
Billy, did you grab any of those?
Me?
The 1x2 dark blue gray plates?
Yeah, I had like a small cup of it.
From what?
Pick a brick wall, man. Pick a brick wall.
The one at Discovery Center?
No, they were at KOP, but evidently they're at Haley's Lego store too because they're in.
Yeah, they were. They couldn't They couldn't have all those pieces separated. They were all mixed in. So, like those stupid little flower pieces. I tried to the little stud with the 3 leaves.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Oh, these right. Hold on. This one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was digging for those for a while because Chris wanted a bunch of those, and those were pain in the butt ones.
Hoosier, did you get Brick Somniac's text?
Is that what I did? It went off, but no.
He asked in the chat.
Oh, the one from earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Yeah, Howie said all the help was greatly appreciated. You're welcome, Howie. That was quite a bit of stuff to get done. So
That was pretty cool.
we all pitched in.
I want one of those signs for future Lego room. Oh, hold on.
You gotta talk. Hold on.
It says
Thank you for doing the dishes and folding the laundry. So how much did you spend at the Lego store? That is perfect, Juan. Oh my god.
Can you send that one to me? Hoosier?
yeah, I'll send it to you, Haley.
Can you send it to me
How am I gonna do that?
in my email
I'll send it to you, Butt Chop.
or in Hangouts? I
I
gotta show that to Jennifer.
gotta figure out how to.
Jennifer will get it. Yes, Tyler. 15th and 16th of June.
See if I can figure out how to do this.
That's hilarious, Brick Soviak. You don't know how many of A-Falls can relate to that little comic. Obviously, if you're doing chores, you went to the Lego store. So how much did you?
I just sent it to you, Haley.
Thank you.
I mean, on the Easter selection, there was some pretty cool parts.
I mean, I'm curious if they're gonna start whatever kind of closer holiday, like October, have more Halloween colors.
Like
Well, Like they did that with the minifig bar during Halloween. They had all those Halloween minifigs in the Build-A-Fig, and then Christmas they had all the Christmas.
Yeah, I forgot to look for bunny ears.
So maybe they're gonna be doing that on the Pick-a-Brick wall and the minifig Build-A-Fig wall or center every holiday have holiday themes. So that'd be cool if they did it on both the Pick-a-Brick wall and the minifig bar.
I think I messed up. I maybe should have got more of those.
What? Oh, those are
Before I was up there today. My store still has them, so I'll be up there tomorrow again.
Oh, I just broke another set.
Calm down, Mr. Chop.
I'm trying to fix the set I just broke. My next okay. Do they still have these, Haley, at yours?
I think they had white ones.
Yeah, that's why I just meant do they have them in? I thought they had them in white.
Yeah, I'm going back up there tomorrow
Oh,
while they try to fix my phone again. So
oh yeah, they gotta fix your phone again. Hopefully they don't mess it up worse than they already did.
yeah,
Well, if you're grabbing a cup, if you can grab those, I would greatly appreciate it. Pay you for whatever you can get of those white ones because I want to do a building with those. Oh, I can't. What I break now? Oh, my Lego cat. My Legoland castle.
I've seen a couple people posting that their Lego stores restocked the Easter stuff here in the last week or so.
Really?
mine told me is if the parts were still available to order, then they could get them back in.
Oh,
But if they were out of stock, like those coral pieces, if they were already out of stock, then those they won't be getting in.
But you got some of the coral pieces at KOP, didn't you?
Yeah, Sean got a whole Pickerbrick cup. And I think I'm gonna start passing them out because that was way too much.
what piece? Those little coral tiles.
It was like a curved tile like this and a 1x4 jumper plate.
Oh wow!
So
He got a whole cup of them. That's a lot of them.
Well, you'll know what'll happen, Haley. You'll start passing them out, and then you're like, "Oh man,
I need those.
I need those."
I needed those. You'll find out that something comes up that you. Everybody that I gave those to, can you give those back? I need them now.
No, I give him credit because I told him fill up a cup, and he filled up a cup.
The one time he listens, and now you got too many. I don't know what.
Yeah, I was just looking at him. I was like, oh, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use them for yet. So, but a lot of pieces that I got off the Pickerbrick wall, a couple of years ago, I ended up using a lot of them for this project. So it's kind of nice to start using those pieces up.
Well, I still haven't been to my Lego store to even see if they got any of this stuff or not.
They probably do. They probably have other colors too.
I may take a trip over there. I just hate to go. I think I'm going to have enough carrots. I can do like a 50 base plate carrot garden.
Yeah, they were all mixed in, so I grabbed handfuls and
carrot.
When we was in KOP, I picked through and grabbed just a couple handfuls of the carrot pieces and put in mine. So I'm going to have carrots for days.
shoot. No, Charm City Bricks, they had bread loaves on his. And I was like, man.
Bread what?
The bread pieces, the long bread.
Oh yeah. I think Dude got the bread loaves too. He had to pick up a cup full of bread loaves.
Oh.
Dude got them. He might have. I don't know if he got a full cup of bread loaves or like a half a cup of bread loaves.
Yeah, because those in the lime green buckets. I forgot to pick those up when we were at the wall.
I mean, when I was at KOP, you know, they did like all the other stores. They put all this stuff in one bin, which is probably good because if not, it would cost me so much money. It would have been a cup of those grass stems. It would have been a cup of the arches. There's about a cup of every put in this dang on bin.
I don't know. I might have lost parts to my Lego land castle build.
No.
I hope not.
Well, they're still down here. They're just. I gotta get the instructions to see. What's? Oh, there they are. They're right here in front of my face. Okay. Instructions. Instruction. Okay.
Instructions to fit in, look cool, and always be happy.
Yeah. And
It'll take me 6 years to sort these 4 pick-a-brick cups.
Yeah, I haven't found my bag of that stuff yet. I don't know where I put it.
all right, the castle back to original. Oh, Tyler bought a big cup of just carrots and stems. Nice.
Hey, Tyler, you want to come here and hang out with us?
Tyler,
I'll send you an invite.
I bought a used my own train collection while I was at Philly. Otherwise, I would have purchased the Apocalypseburg set. Huh, wow, that's either was really expensive or you found a really good deal on the my own train collection.
And you didn't tell me about this?
It was a vendor who had it. Where'd you find that? I'm sure if it was a vendor, they. I don't even want to know what they charge for my own train stuff. That stuff is the biggest inflated secondary market price of anything I've ever seen.
No, it's crazy on those.
Because those were like clearanced out at the end, like for nothing from the Lego online store, and now they go for like 6-7 times what they cost retail.
Andy's shop, yeah.
Well, yeah, I saw that there. I don't remember what the price was, but I figured I couldn't afford it, so I don't think I looked at it. He had a lot of good stuff. He had the Space Skulls. He had 2 of the Space Skull sets, mint in box for less than 64. There was $62 or something each, and that set retailed for $99. And I should have bought one, but I think Pixar has one for me. So Pixar.
So is it bad? I didn't hardly go look at any of the vendor booths.
No, because you already knew that the yard sale was going to be your game.
I only bought from one vendor. Oh no, take it back. 2 because I got my last 2 posters from Clutch. So
I mean, I went and looked at clutches, and I always buy from Abby Dabbles. Speaking of that, I didn't run across that yet.
Abby.
I bought she had a cute little pink flamingo brick board.
I bought from some vendors, but I was very, how do you say, like, I only bought stuff that was, like you asked me about the Series 12 guys. I didn't pay, I paid $5 per minifig from Clutch's store, from his actual store, the Warminster shop when we went there. I bought some that he had on the shelf, and then the other guy, there was a vendor, and he had them, and it was the booth that D Witz was over talking to him, and D Witz obviously told the guy that he knew me and blah blah blah. So then I asked the guy how much they were. There was no price on them, and he goes $5. I said, "You got it." And I think Erica was there. I felt all the Series 12, and I pretty much had it completed. If I would have bought the lifeguard at Clutches, I would have had the set. I would have left Philly with the complete set. But I didn't realize that there was going to be a vendor who was selling them brand new sealed for $5, and then NTalk had 3 of them that I needed for $3 a piece. I'm like, I was almost like I was meant to get Series 12 that weekend or something. I'm one of those people that doesn't want to pay $10-20 for a CMF just because it's retired, you know. I'm one of those old codgers, one of those misers who doesn't want to.
I paid 20 twice. I bought the lizard suit guy in an auction from Julian for 21. And then I bought the rabbit suit guy from Jenny for 20, I think.
See, I can't bring myself to pay $20 for a minifig. I already have more minifigs than I could ever use. So paying that much for one, I can't justify it. But if I can get them for retail and they're retired CMFs, I will. I'll pay retail for them. Or even a little over. I'm not saying I won't pay over, but I'm not paying. Some of those go for, I don't know, insane prices. I know that there's like less per case or whatever, but I can go without it if it's going to be as much as a set. You know, as much as like a $20-$30 set. No.
No. Okay. I started going back and collecting the minifigures. I didn't have, but yeah, I'm pretty picky because some of those are like the gorilla suit guy. He's just crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, nope, I'm good.
Right. I'll just go without it unless I find it for a decent price. I don't need to have it complete that bad. I mean, I didn't start collecting until it was the end of Series 13, beginning of Series 14. So obviously, you know, really technically I should only have 13 through current because that's all that was available when I came out of my Dark Ages. So to have Series 12 is just icing on the cake because I was technically in my Dark Ages when that was out. So.
What?
Okay, so I lost
Common
it.
Access 20. Go check out Brick Loot. They're selling
What?
Christo figs from 100 to 300 per fig. Did I read that right?
Cristo figs for 100 to 300 per fig. What's a Cristo fig? Jesus Cristo? Jesus Cristo?
That like a custom fig or something?
Jesus Cristo. Jesus Cristo. I'm just saying Jesus Christ over and over. 300 for it. Big. So Tyler got the big engine, probably the big steam. So the big steam engine, green passenger car. That goes for a lot. Caboose. I love that caboose. Lumber car, etc. And then bought another green passenger. So 300 for the lot, and then you bought another green passenger on top of that. You put down some ching.
Oh man, it sucks that those were mixed in. 1x2 dark horse made tiles.
Really?
It's Haley's store.
Wow. They must have just had some and threw them in with that mixed bin.
Yeah, that mixed bin had just mix.
The one by me, the only one in Wisconsin, the one by Milwaukee, they have a one bin that's just all. It must just be where they take the whatever. There's a little bit left in the bin, and they have one that's just all mixed everything, and it's almost like the leftovers. And I spent time going through there, and there was a lot of good stuff, but you had to pick through it, you know. That's where I got most of my stuff. When the first time I went to the Pickwick Wall was in the mixed bin, but it looked like they just threw like remnants from other bins and then just threw them all together. Every time they had one almost empty, just throw it in there, throw it in there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good parts, like 1x2 white plates.
Well, yeah, because I suppose anything that they did have on there will be. No, you'll find some of them in there. Just okay. So I lost. Come on.
There's we got 8 people watching. Who all's still out there?
Town dog.
Show yourself. What? Okay, so looks like from the castle, all I'm missing is a 1x. One by 8 tile.
That what you're missing after you did half a drop test?
Yeah.
That's either Chris or my wife. You taking bet?
Your wife.
Chris.
Neither. There was an email and Pinterest.
Oh, yep, that time of night.
You didn't give us that as an option.
I wasn't thinking it was going to be that.
So I can't get this to go back together unless I put it on a flat surface.
My bad, Mr. Chris.
I'm gonna quit Lego again.
I
You gotta quit Lego again?
Yeah. The last time I said that was after the 72-hour stream last year. I was like, I was joking. I'm like, I said I'm quitting Lego.
Hey, we got to start amping that up. It's coming.
I know. Yeah, we had actually. That's what we had today was. We had a conference call.
We had a team meeting.
Yeah, we had a meeting about it today. Me, Pasta, and Haley had a conference call about that. That's what we were on private chat before. We're working on mocks and sorting and our stream stuff. We got to start hyping that.
I think
We got a big time slot to fill on Saturday, and
Yep.
we're not going to go after people. They're gonna come to us because I'm not going to chase after people and hold their hand. So
that's
there's time. There's good time slots open for US for people in the US, and all the time slots that are good for the international people are taken up by the hardcore US ones who are taking the slots that if they really want. So we might have to change some stuff around if the international people ever pull up their mucklucks and get back to me.
They first come, first serve. If you want to be a part of this, you better act. I'm not gonna hold anyone's hand. Well, I'll hold your hand to walk you through how to start a live stream and how to join. I'll do that. That I have no problem with.
But a lot of the people interested, they know. So it's like, it only takes a second to schedule. They can schedule it with me or Costa or Haley anytime. It's not like a big ordeal. It takes 2 seconds to schedule someone. And we have it in the document. It's there. It's organized. There's really nothing to it. So I don't know what they're afraid of.
I know this. So, nope, I'm going to make a video and post a video, post some Instagram stuff.
I'm going to post a video. Remember, my commercial is going to be all yelling.
Yep.
Just gonna scream stuff at the camera.
Hey, Butt Chop, what time? I know I'm scheduled for Saturday night, but what time Saturday?
You start at 9. And you have an 8-hour slot starting at 9 p.m.
But
Central.
Who's before me?
No one. Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. It's completely open. That's the problem. Prime slots during the day on Saturday are wide open. We got Nick is taking midnight 7. Pasta's 7 to. I don't have the schedule up right now. Hold on.
Nope.
Haley, if we do that thing that we was talking about,
Yeah.
you think I should start, say 7 or 8, maybe?
Mm,
Where's my document? It's not on my computer anymore.
yeah, because if you did the
Oh, here it is.
Because 8 o'clock would be 9 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
So
Right. You go.
And that would at least give a couple hours with 20, 25 people watching, maybe.
yeah. You know,
Yeah, you've got 9 p. This is all Central Time, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Is that what I had?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go 8 to make it 8 to 4.
Hi, Central.
My time.
nope, it's all central.
So what's your time in?
Scheduling on that document, Bud Chop, it's all central.
I know that. So I'm asking him what. I'm asking Hoosier, what time Central do you want to start?
So 8 Central
Okay.
is 9 for me.
Yep.
So put me at
8 to 4 Central.
Yep.
Okay.
Or it would be 7 to 4 Central. No, 7 to 3 Central.
Okay, because you want to go 8 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because so right now, Reed his slot is Friday night, 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. So he ends at midnight. And then Brickhead Family, Nick is starting at midnight to 7 a.m. And then Brick Pasta and I go on from 7 to 9. And then Lego Maniac is on from 9 to 11. And then it's wide open till 7 p.m. Central.
I know. Yeah,
Which is crazy because that's like prime real estate for Americans and it's all wide open. So something's wrong. And then Sunday, from the time you end Hoosier at 3 a.m. Sunday morning, it's open until the next guy isn't even confirmed. It's unconfirmed, but at least at the earliest 2 p.m.
all
So
right.
we've got 3 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday wide open.
Check your email?
Nothing yet. Unless
So we actually got to get the word out that people need to be signing up, or we might not even have this. I mean, we might, maybe this year we don't have it. I don't know.
am I looking for something from you, Haley?
I don't know. Tyler's trying to send his email to you so you can send him a link.
Do you have Instagram, Tyler?
Hey, Kaylin Bell. How you doing, Kaylin Bell? John Y. How you doing? John Y. is building the Scuttler. Listening to us ramble about a 72-hour stream that's behind schedule on the scheduling.
Hey, Tyler, my email hoosierbricks@gmail.com with no spaces, man. If you want to try to send me your email, you'll know if it works because you'll hear the phone go off.
Space.
Yeah, you just gotta remember when you join to make sure you mute the YouTube page you're watching.
Okay, now I'm missing something. Now that I stopped doing what I was doing and was doing the stream stuff, but now I'm missing a huge part. Oh, it's right there. What would I do without me? I'd probably be a lot saner if I didn't have you.
You got the Holland and Ballin guys wrote down, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, they have a 2-hour shift.
Yeah, but that's not what we're worried. Like,
They're ending it out.
well, unless someone wants to go after him.
It'll be Julian ending it, won't it?
Yeah, at least Julian wants to end it, so
Yeah, whoever. There's still time after them, so if someone wants it, it's not.
I do think it's time to bring back Fun with Trains.
What?
Well, you want- dang. Haley, you grabbed 2 cups and only one of those. How did you manage that one?
Oh, I filter out some of them. More.
I mean, a good majority of everything else. One of those. I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, there's got to be more.
You're welcome.
You want to bring that back before the stream or the 72-hour stream, or you want to bring it back at the 72-hour stream?
Yeah, I could bring it. I don't know. Like we could easily bring it back at the 72-hour stream, or right after.
Let's see. I'll be going 8 to 4, so I'll have to sleep a little while Sunday.
I was just thinking about it.
Maybe we'll talk to Julian and see if he'll run a spot Saturday during the.
Yeah, because the goal is with you having such a large spot that if someone wanted to stream, we can take off a couple hours at the end of yours and put them in.
Or like obviously Nick is open to giving up a slot, giving up part of his 8 hours. Reed is open to giving up part of his 8 hours. Like they just took them to fill in, to be stream troopers, to be hardcore, be there for the cause. but they're willing to give up some of their time. They're just, the real deal. So they signed up for real shifts, like real men. The three of you guys.
Well, see, the same 2-hour stream is nice because if people want to be a part of the stream, but they maybe don't want to host, they can easily be a co-host or maybe join someone else's stream that they're like, hey, I really like Nick and I would like to talk to Nick,
Right.
Hoosier, or be part of.
Kind of like how I had Brick Life Crisis
Yeah.
co-host on mine.
You get to meet new people.
Right.
Break out of your circles and meet new people.
Yeah,
You get to-
I'm glad.
You get to peruse the community.
It's like speed dating.
Peruse the community. You get to spend as much of 72 hours as you can without going insane like I did. You get to spend as much of that as with all parts of the community as you can. It's actually super awesome. I mean, there's still inside jokes from last year that, they're still running gags. Still going.
Well, the memories you make, man. The memories you make.
Yeah, I mean, I run myself ragged last year.
So, yeah, we both did, Hoosier, you and I. Because I went, and then me and you stayed up. And then, oh, gosh.
Yeah, it
We
was.
went from the beginning of Vibes till the end of yours. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of hours.
Oh,
Tyler, still no email, buddy. That's my lovely wife texting.
I don't want to break this again. I just got it.
She said Erica fell asleep in our bed. I gotta move her when I get home.
Indigo does that all the time. But I don't move her because she's heavy.
She'll lay in the bed with Charity and they watch shows on Netflix and stuff.
Yeah, Indigo crawls in there and sleeps by her mom if I'm not in there because there's room. I don't bother trying to move her because.
Well, most of the time Erica does pretty good and still awake when I get home. Yeah, I don't look like it tonight.
That's okay. She should be sleeping at this time anyway.
Man, they're pretty much done with school though.
Oh yeah.
They only got 7 days left, 6 days left, something like that.
Oh wow. See, we had extra snow days than were actually allotted for the year. So they got some of the school districts around here are making them go more days at the end. Luckily, Indigo's they just have to stay later after school, like their school day is extended at the end of the day. So that way they still get done on the same end date. But we had so many snow days that we went past the amount we're allowed. You think you'd be allowed unlimited in Wisconsin, but whatever. No, it's freezing. It's deadly freezing outside. Your kids could die, but they have to go to school because you ran out of snow days. So good luck with all the dead children.
Yeah. We get ice days. If the city has ice on the road, the whole city shuts down.
Yeah, well, you guys don't yet. You guys, if you see a snowflake a mile away, the whole thing shuts down. See, we have like 12 feet of snow, and they're like, you better be at work and you better have your kids at school. What?
Try that, Tyler, because I haven't received no notification, no nothing.
You can always send it to Instagram too. So
Okay, I gotta find a replacement tile. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, I got it. It didn't go off.
It was a silent but deadly. I still got it, people. Hey, Mike B, what's up? And Brick Hive is back. Mike B is here. Okay, now where's my stuffs? Okay, here's him. Come on, you stupid castle. There we go. Oh, there's too many Nexo Night sets. Whose idea was this? Here we go. Stupid Lego. I'm quitting Lego for real this time. I can't take it anymore.
No going back.
I'm sick of it. I'm quitting for real, Papa. Son, you always say that. You'll be back just like last time. I know, Papa. It's just that I always drop my stats, you know? Yeah.
Well, I guarantee it, that one was loud.
So my coworker, he has an AC/DC ringtone as well on his cell phone. So he has Thunderstruck, and that's quite nice to have a little change up.
Ooh.
Tyler, I sent it, buddy. When
I-
it comes through, just click on the link.
I told my coworker, I'm friends with some dork who also has a AC/DC ringtone. He goes, that guy sounds all right. I said, yeah, well, everything except the ringtone. He's cool.
Bricksomniac says, is Chop slowly losing it?
Losing what? I don't have anything left to lose.
I was going to say, it was going a long time ago.
I'm at rock bottom, Juan. What am I going to lose at this point? If anything, I think I'm getting better.
That might be impossible, my friend.
Shut up. You ain't right, Nutshot. That was Hoosier's old standby. Anytime I did something that he thought was weird, he's like, Buttchop, you ain't right. Finally, he just stopped saying it because he would spend half the stream saying, Buttchop, you ain't right. Buttchop, you ain't right. Yet he still wanted to hang out with me, so I must not be that bad.
This is probably the worst piece in there.
What? Oh, I seen that guy in Philly.
Tyler, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, there he is.
I know it only took 30 minutes for me to figure it out.
Okay.
No worries.
You should have seen one time when me and Brickbender were trying to start up a stream. I had to get Hoosier in there just to get us up off the beat, up and running, because we were all kinds of not doing what we're supposed to do.
The first time I ever ran a stream, Haley gave me like a 3-minute crash course from a concert. And I did all right, so.
Yeah, that's running a stream. All you had to do was get your foot in the door by clicking a link. That ain't bad.
Right.
You did all right, Ty.
It's getting a little bit easier now. Now it's just you just click it and follow the link.
Mm-hmm.
So how's things been with you, Tyler, since Philly?
So like all the stuff that I bought, like I probably spent way more money than I needed to there. And when I flew, I couldn't bring any of it back.
Oh yeah, you took a plane, man.
So one of my friends she's the one that actually got me through the door there. She's actually driving all around the United States, and eventually she'll be back home, and then I can actually get my stuff because I still don't have it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That hurts to throw down that much ching and you don't even get to like look at the stuff for a while.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, even if I did have it, I wouldn't be able to do a whole lot with it because, like I'm a teacher, and so we've been so busy with STAR, which is like testing and all this other crazy stuff.
Yeah.
The good testing. Yeah.
What do you teach, Tyler?
I teach middle school, and out of like the core subject areas, like the only one I have not taught yet is ELAR, and I'll probably end up having to teach that next year.
I don't know what that is.
Reading, writing, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. I've just never heard it called ELR. Is that English?
It's like English, it's English language arts and reading.
Okay.
So,
All right.
but
That's cool. Being a teacher's not easy, man. Props on that.
Yeah, you.
Props on that. That's a tough job.
yeah, it's not. I mean, I enjoy it because like my campus, luckily, like we've got great kids, and it is like I do teach middle school, but we're technically on an elementary campus,
Oh, nice.
so I get to see all the way from pre-K all the way up to 8th grade, and so it's pretty neat.
Nice.
But this past Christmas break, right before the break, I ended up building this like display stand, and ended up taking a whole bunch of like the Lego Christmas and all that, the Winter Wonder stuff, stuck it up there and like decked it all out, and that was a whole lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Cool.
So these are probably questions I should have asked you when we was face to face in Philly.
Fight.
How long you been in the Lego, man?
So the first Lego set that I ever got was 4, and it was I forget the actual name of it, but it was like an 18-wheeler with 2 race cars. And my mom had bought me like all this other stuff for that Christmas, and the only thing I really even touched was that Lego. And so basically since then I've just been trying to get my hands on as much of it as I can. But yeah, it's kept me out of trouble.
Nice.
Well, you're a school teacher, man. You can't be getting in trouble.
Well, you'd be surprised. Our superintendent actually, which is funny because Haley lives in Houston. Our superintendent at the school, like district that I work at, he is brand new, or he was brand new this year, and he decided to go down to Houston supposedly for a job interview. And on the way back, he decided to take a little R&R, and so he went and got some stuff to smoke, and he got caught on the drive home because he was speeding or something. And yeah, he got arrested, and yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it was insane.
Well, sounds good because at least you don't have to worry about him being the superintendent anymore.
Yeah, he was really mean. He was.
And on top of it, he wasn't even nice. Wow.
Yeah.
That's just like he deserved everything he got. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy's not even like a good guy. Screw him.
No, he was very much like out of the difference between like a leader and like just like a boss. He was like straight up boss mentality.
Right.
And so he would push all this stuff and like want everybody to do this, this, and this. And he would take credit for everything if it was a good thing. And if it wasn't,
It
like,
was all you.
he
Yeah.
would throw blame everywhere.
Yeah, that's the bad way. That's not how you manage people. That's not how you do that. It's like I always say, a good supervisor or manager or boss or lead should never ask you to do anything they're not willing to do themselves. And they need, when I was a sous chef, I always made sure that I was willing to go back in the dish pit, even though I was like in charge of all the people in the kitchen. If the dishes were backed up, I'm back there with the dishwashers. And they all, I needed something, they were there because they respected me. I didn't use fear or intimidation or try to exert power over them ever. I treated them as equals, and we all worked together to get something done. That's how you lead.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Some people just think you just bark out orders and people just automatically jump to attention and listen, and that's not how it works.
Mm-mm. So are you a big Necro Knights kind of guy?
What?
Are you a big Necro Knights kind of guy?
Yeah, that's one of my modern themes that I like.
He doesn't like Nexo Nights. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that here. First rule of Nexo Night Club is we don't talk about
But Trump likes it all. He don't care what it is.
There's no Nexo Night Club, but there
Don't
should
get
be.
him started on Chima.
I like non-licensed themes because when I was a kid, they didn't have any licensed themes. They had all their own franchises and stuff. There was just Space Town, Castle Pirates, Technic, Duplo, Fabuland, and that was basically it.
So-
Basic.
See, I never knew about the Fabuland until actually y'all streams with, I think, InTalk.
And talk.
And then she was actually the first one out of all of y'all that I actually got the pleasure to talk to. And that was like insane because it was like the coolest thing.
She is an amazing person, and I seriously love her manga is so true to the source material, but yet so grand scale.
Mhm.
It's awesome. It's like it reminds me of the pictures that they would show in the old catalogs when I was a kid. The pictures of all the sets like laid out like a city of Fabuland, and like as a child you could never create that because you don't have your own money unless you were like ungodly wealthy. But it's like something that they would make for a catalog layout, and she builds it. It's like that's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Much respect. She's a professor of she's a professor of sociology for criminal justice.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she's a smart lady, a smart cookie. I spent a lot of time talking to her in Philly, and she's a really, really good person.
We all love her in talk.
Yeah.
So my next question for you, Tyler, is how did we convince you to go all the way across the country to a Lego show?
So basically what it was is like I've gone to the Brick Fiesta. The very first, like I typically go back a couple of years ago, like about 4 or 5 years ago, and I was in a car wreck, and so I couldn't go. And so the first one I was able to get my foot in the door, so to speak, kind of how I did like with Philly, was actually the one down in Houston. And so like I kind of got a couple of people, like I became aware of like a couple of people and friends with them. And then the following year, I actually ended up taking a mock down to Dallas, up to Dallas. And like my first year of actually showcasing something, I ended up getting like the big old prize, like the first, place prize kind of thing, and that sort of thing. But like the icing on the cake was Beyond the Brick was there, and they ended up kind of interviewing me and all that. So like that was just the world kind of thing. So like every little thing that could have happened perfectly did. And so from there, I started talking to one of the Toy Brigade, Tita. I don't know if you know her. She was at Philly, but I ended up talking to her and made the comment of, like, where are these other shows at? Like that sort of thing. Like, yeah, you need to go. And then I started talking actually about y'all. And I was like, it'd be so cool to go see them. And they're like, yeah, they like everybody shows up at Philly. Like Philly's like one of the big ones. And so I was like, okay, I need to go if I can. And luck just kind of played right with me this year, and I was able to take time off and get up there. And so, yeah, it just kind of worked out for me.
That's so awesome.
That's awesome. I'm glad that you came.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was my first year. I was excited. I went to Brick World Chicago last year, and Philly was just like like it was like coming home to meet all the people I spent so much time with in the last year, and finally meeting them. It was like this is my family, my people, and I am actually with them. I was like, I was tore up, emotional when I had to leave. I was not ready to like. It's like I finally got to like interact and be with the people that I've spent so much time with and gotten to know, and now it's all over. Come on, man.
Right.
Ocean Brick Fire cries every year. Sunday when it's time to leave.
Yeah, it doesn't hit me until after we left, because Sunday we're just packing up and we're getting everything and shoving it in the truck. So I don't think about it until after we get down the road. And I was like, oh,
I was starting to feel it when we were streaming the night. Was it Sunday night?
that was a good.
You, me, and Nick and Bender and Brittany and Julian were down there. I'm just like, this can't be the end of it.
I think that was my favorite stream.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and we're gonna start off Philly all over again. This isn't the end. Doc Sampson says Chima. Here. Hey Nick. There's my.
I wish I would have known y'all was going to do that Sunday night.
Yeah.
I'd have came down. I just laid in the hotel room, watched TV.
Well, we didn't really like plan it or tell anyone. It was kind of like we're all at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I was there, and I didn't really. We had to sit so far apart from everybody, and I was like, when we get back, I want to hang out in the lobby, kind of like a smaller, like a tiny scale version of Wednesday night in the lobby, and have it be like more of an intimate like end of Philly type thing. And anyone was welcome. I think most people, they chose to not. They were tired. They had to drive the next morning and stuff. So it wasn't like we were going around like telling it, like specifically being like, come on, you gotta. It was like we left it up to them, and I guess we should have at least told you we were doing it, but we didn't really want anyone to feel obligated that they had to, stay up if they needed to rest. Because it was a long weekend, man.
Yeah, I wasn't planning to go down. I was tired, and like my body was like, go to bed. I was like, no.
Yeah, I mean
I just wanted to have more time with my friends. You know what I mean? I wanted to. It's like because it dawned on me when we were at Buffalo Wild Wings that it was drawing to a close. The time I had left to spend with these people was becoming smaller and shorter and shorter and shorter. I'm like, I want to utilize what little time I have left.
what's up, Nick?
Because it's all going to go away.
Nick, in case you didn't hear me, buddy, you have an invite.
Nick.
Yeah, but that's awesome, Tyler, that you made the trip. Just because that's where we was all at.
Tyler.
Yeah, I wish we had more time to hang out.
Well, like my biggest thing, which is actually it's interesting because it was like the opposite of kind of like butt chop. Like mine was the very first day, like we got up there, what was it? I got there Friday night. So like after the event and everything, because our plane was like super late. Because it got delayed. And then I got up there, kind of got settled. And then on Saturday morning, like I remember like I was there and like we were kind of like we were super early. Like, I mean, there was only like probably 10 people there, if that. And then eventually other people started showing up. And like I remember like I was helping set up Toy Brigade's little vendor stall. And I look up and I caught a glimpse of I think it was you, Hoosier. And I was like, is that him? I was like, what? I was like, no way. And she was like, yeah. She's like, that's him. And I was like, this is so insane. I was like, cause I watch it all the time. And I was like, the fact that I can like see you in front of me kind of thing, like see like an actual person. I was like, that's the craziest thing. And so, like, cause I don't think I talked to y'all till like halfway through that day because I was so like extremely nervous. And like it was insane. Like I think talking to InTalk first kind of like calmed me down a little bit because she was just so like reserved and so like calm and just welcoming. And then I ended up kind of getting to the point where I was talking to you and you ended up basically just like open the gates kind of thing. And then Bricksmith, like as like lovable as he is, I mean, he walks over and he's like this gentle giant. And I'm tall, and so like I don't normally get intimidated. And he comes walking over, and I like look up, and I'm like, "You're much taller than I anticipated."
He's just a giant emotional teddy bear too.
He's massive, but he's so not scary. It's not like scary massive. It's like just massive. Like there's more of him to love.
Yeah.
There's plenty of me to go around, people.
But, like it's the same thing with me. I mean, like, because I'm a tall dude, and you know, like normally I don't come across people taller than I am. And so when I get those opportunities, it's such a weird feeling. So he was like super nice, and yeah, I mean, it was just awesome.
Well, he loves meeting people. So like, if you come up and you're like, "Oh, I watch your stuff, man," he's gonna be like, "Oh, hey," and very welcoming and just like so happy that you know. Some people say he collects 8-balls.
Yeah, he does.
He literally collects 8-balls. But yeah. And you know, tall Haley. When I first saw Haley, I'm like, she's so tall. I'm just like, wow. But everyone's taller than me. But anyway, you know.
Yeah, Haley was definitely taller than I anticipated. I pretty much, I think I got Hoosier right on the kind of on the nose. I guessed him right.
Yeah, he's an open book.
But yeah, I mean, it was just insane. And then the one that I don't think I talked to him until like the very end, and I made so many awkward just like, because like I would see him and he would see me, and it was Brick Family.
Nick?
Yeah.
Brickhead family?
Yes. I would make eye contact with him like so many times during the actual like the Billy, and I could never get the courage to be like, "Hey, I actually watch you." And until I think it was actually when I was saying hello to you, Buttchop, and Brick Blaze and Bricksmith, and then he happened to be kind of like on the sideline behind the table messing with something, and then that's when I actually got to talk to all of y'all, and I was like, okay, I'm good now. I was like, I can go back to Texas and be like, hey, I met these people.
Well,
Good evening, children of the dark.
yeah, baby.
There he is.
There's my baby head.
I'm gonna go smoke, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah, smoke. Well, Tyler, like you might have been amazed to see some of these guys, but like you blew my socks off. Like, you probably heard me talking about it before you joined. I couldn't even believe that. Like when you came up and you're like, "Yeah, I watch y'all." I'm like, "Oh, who are you?" Thinking I know you. I just don't know what you look like because there's people I talk to all the time, but I don't know what they look like. And then I'm like, "Oh, I don't know who you are." And then I was like, I literally did not believe that was a possibility. That someone would come up and be like, "I know you're Buttchop, but you don't know who I am." I'm like, that'll never happen. So you like completely. You made me a liar because I've said to these guys there's no possible way anything like that would happen. And then you came up and I'm like, oh, this guy got me. I'm like, did someone pay this guy to say he knows who I am?
No, I mean most of y'all, like, I mean y'all have all got you all got your kind of personalities that go to the group, and so it's always interesting to like get on and you know be able to see like all of y'all, especially like, all of y'all interacting at once. But
I suppose.
because you know from the outside, kind of like looking in, because like there were times like I would get on y'all's actual like live streams and things like that, and like I would never say anything. I would just like sit back and just like relax, and you know like y'all were doing y'all's thing, and I was just kind of over here doing my thing because like I live you know by myself, and so like I've got all this Lego to you know sort and build and do all this crazy stuff with, but there's not a whole lot of people like in my town that do it, and so it's always like you know crazy cool to be able to come across somebody that's pretty much doing the same thing. And so, like whenever I was actually able to go meet y'all and see like face to face, I mean it was just like, okay, this is awesome, you know, because these are like people that are just like me. But like to me, I'm like, hey, you know, they're like famous in a way, like they're like super like awesome people.
Okay.
So it was like me, like you know, like when you go to like a sports game or something like that, and it's like you meet like all of these like you know NBA stars or like baseball stars, and you walk up to them and you don't expect them to like treat you like a human, and then they end up treating you like a human, and you're like, oh my god, this is like so like unreal. It's
Yeah.
like that kind of experience. So
Yeah, we're super normal.
Well, some of us are.
I'm good.
Okay,
You have
I'll rephrase that. I'm super normal. They're really weird.
Yeah, Butt Chop's the normalest one in the whole group.
I consider myself normal, but I think everyone else is weird because I've never met anyone else that's like me, so that's good. We're all supposed to be different, but that's crazy. Like I suppose I know exactly how you feel because I don't have any friends where in the town in the city I live in that are into Lego. So when I found these people online, it was like a dream come true. It was like unreal. I'm like, I found people like me into the same thing as me. Yes, I have to hang out with them online. I don't get to like go. They can't come over or anything. But I found people. I found my people, and then it's like a process of who do I want to spend my time with. It's almost like shopping for friends. It's like virtual speed dating. It's like okay, that's what the 72-hour stream is like. It's like an 8-ball speed dating stream. You get to see who do I want to hang out with later, and then but it was amazing. So I know exactly how you feel. It's like I'm not alone. You don't feel you're like I'm not alone anymore. I'm not the only one doing this. I'm not the only one sorting bricks and like watching reviews on Lego sets. I'm not the only one, you know, bricklinking looking for parts to make my mock. You know, you're not alone anymore. So it's like this huge feeling of like you just feel overwhelmed with joy, and it's too good to be true, but it's true, man. And we love finding other 8-balls that are, you know, just awesome. So and we're glad that you made contact. You know what I mean? First contact, like. Bricksomniac said the stream was frozen last 5 minutes, and Bricks for Chris said Hoosier's a midget.
Thanks, Chris. I love you too, man.
Doc wants to know if Tyler has a channel.
I don't like the closest like I began to start one, and then just because of like my work and everything, I haven't really been able to get it off the ground, and so I'm hoping during the summer I can actually get that going. So we'll see.
Well, you know, it's okay to not necessarily have there's a lot of people in our community that don't have any content but they're like some of the most active people in the community. They don't have any content. They're like every stream, they watch all of it, like watch videos, comment. They're like just as much a part of the community as the people who make content. You know,
Yeah, I don't even make content.
They're the lifeblood. Yeah. Shut up, Nick.
Chris, I'm not.
I forgot about that.
Dude Jude just put Bricks for Chris in his place. He goes, "You ain't much taller, Bricks for Chris," says Dude. Yeah, Dude Jude stepping up to bat for the Hooch. Bricks Omniac says, "One of us."
Yeah, I'm taller than Bricks for Chris, so there.
Yeah.
I was shocked at how tall Haley was.
Dude Jude goes, "You ain't much taller." That's oh my god, that's Dude Jude, man.
I do, dude.
Like Dude Jude's, he's a huge part of the community, and you don't have to make content because some people, some of us make, some of the people they make constant content. Some of us make barely make any. You know what I mean? I don't make regular content. I don't think I should have to because I do it for fun.
Right.
Sad to say, on Saturday when Haley was sick, I talked to a bunch of people, but I didn't give them, my full attention because I was too. They had the rails set so close that the people could just
Reach over.
reach out and grab the stuff. And we tried to move them, and they said, "No, you can't. It's got to be this far away because the fire marshal will come in and shut us down." So,
I would have taken the fire marshal out with 2 good throat punches. You know how many fire marshals I've disposed of? Let's just say I got a big hole in the backyard that's filled in.
Fire Marshal Bill.
This is a fire marshal hole.
so Saturday, when people come up and they would talk to me and ask me questions, I would talk to them, but they didn't have all my attention. And Tyler walked up and started talking to me and said, "Hey, I watch you guys on YouTube and whatnot." And I thought he was local. He was from the area.
Did you apologize to him when he said he watches our stuff? Sorry to hear that. Is there any way I can make it up to you?
And then he said that he flew in from Texas because we was all in this one spot together. I was like, yeah, I need to give this guy my attention.
Right? This guy deserves all of the attention.
Is that when the train derailed?
No, that was on Erica.
Okay.
Erica did that. Just kidding, Erica. I know Erica's sleeping, but just so.
Did she do her hotspot move of there she
Oh
goes?
yeah, that's what you get, Erica, for doing the hotspot runaway on me.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Ninjago Bricks? Don't go asking for subs, or I'll come through the screen.
No, I think it's like my interest, like when I'm building stuff, it's like I like landscapes and like the city kind of thing, and so that's kind of like my main focus. But I haven't jumped into the realm of like buildings, actually building on my on my own, like building buildings and stuff like that. But I think my biggest kind of interest at the moment is attempting to build some sort of like a roundhouse for like a train yard.
Oh, nice.
And so like the thing I'm building right now, like it sits on a 6 foot long table and spills over onto another one, but by like a plate or so. But it just started off as basically 6 small plates, and then I doubled it, and it is what it is now. But unfortunately, I had it sitting in this room because I was building on it, and it got to the point where I needed to move some stuff around and organize again, and like I had to take it all apart and store it in my other room. But yeah.
But
Chris
building a train roundhouse would be super hard because they don't make the track pieces to make a turntable, and they don't make the track pieces to have all the tracks connect to the main line from those angles of a roundhouse.
it's called slice and dice.
No.
That's the other thing. Like, I've seen a lot of people who've like modified everything, and I want to stay as far away from that as possible, just because like Like I don't want to do that, but ultimately, like I have to work with what I've got, kind of thing. And so, like if I have to, I mean, I'm gonna cry about it, but at the same time, I really want a roundhouse.
These guys will encourage you to do it, so don't worry.
Too late, man.
Just all I'm saying is don't give in. Like if you don't want to, don't give in. They try to peer pressure me and they don't realize that I'm so stubborn. I'll do the opposite of what they tell me, of what anyone tells me to do. Tell me not to put my hand in the fire. I'm gonna put my whole arm in the fire just to be like, you don't tell me.
Build it, build it, build it.
The man
showed
won't tell
you.
me what to do.
I showed you, and then I throw burning flesh at them and go, there, take that. Like that. There's a funny thing that happened in the chat. Dude goes, I'm 5'6", and then at Bricks for Chris, and then Bricks for Chris goes, 20 years ago you may have been 5'6". That was the best. Dude, Chris just owned Dude back on that one.
Dude, if I was worried about you posting the picture, man, I'd have never got in it. Post it all you want, buddy.
Don't post that picture, whatever you do.
See, Somniac knows. He says Hooters slice and dice.
Yeah, oh, yeah. One time I started a feud with these guys about the slice and dice and about not reading the chat because we had a huge thing. It was me versus Haley and Hoosier. It was straight up street gang fight stuff. It was insane.
It's the new bloods versus the old bloods.
That was awesome. And
So-
I just demolished the old timers. Now they're just like, oh, we're sorry, Buckshot. We're sorry. You know, I'm like, yeah, you better watch out.
Was Bricks for Chris? Was he at Philly?
Not this year.
Not for sure.
He's too like big of a superstar. So, like he doesn't, unless he gets paid like $100,000, he doesn't even make appearances anymore because he's got all those subs and stuff. So
He was there. He was staring at the Welcome to Hooterville sign.
yeah, a sig fig.
No, we missed having Chris there.
He tortured us, is what he did.
I know. He was,
Pretended he was
that was
coming.
mean, Chris. That was mean.
I gotta find a way to get even with him for that one.
Oh,
Chris just didn't want to get there to box butt shop.
you know, Alabama's coming up, man.
You guys are really pressuring for this Alabama thing.
Well, yeah,
Where in
Alabama.
Alabama?
Alabama's the new Philly.
Why?
Where
Because
is Alabama?
is it just because it's closer in location? Because I understand that if that's the reason.
No, just testing out other shows.
It's the same distance from my place to Philly it is down there to the Bama one.
Yeah, it's 13 hours for me to go to Alabama. It's 13 hours for me to go to Philly. So
He's like Billy.
Yeah, but if you make a pit stop in Indiana, you can split your drive in half.
yeah, it's close. Then you can take an A-fall tour. A-fall tour.
I do.
A-fall tour.
I do have two houses.
Yes, Hoosier just gave me a house. You heard it here, folks. I just won the raffle. Win Hoosier's house. But is moving to Utica, baby.
But y'all can't stay at the house that's got the Lego, though.
I don't care. I'll take a refrigerator box at this point. Plenty of room for the old shop.
There was a house that popped up right next to me, and I made a joke to some of my friends. Is like, I need y'all to move into this house, and then I can pay you back for it when I get the money. But I was like, I need a house for my Legos because it's crazy.
I know that feeling. I wish I had more space, man. Lego is a space issue once you start getting into the mocks and layouts.
And like the thing, like people don't they don't believe you when you say because I can joke with people and be like, yo, I have an entire room like a spare bedroom that's full of nothing but Lego, and they won't believe me. And then I have to tell them, oh, I actually have 2 spare bedrooms plus a garage that's nothing but Lego. And at that point, they look at me and they're like, "Are you insane?" And I'm like, "Kind of."
That's because the average, normal, healthy American who follows our societal rules doesn't think it's acceptable for grown people to play with toys. It's weird. Adults don't have imaginations or make believe or pretend or have fun or have creativity. So that's why you're weird, because society says not to be that way. It tries to beat that out of you. And so now we're weird because we build stuff with plastic bricks when it's actually the other way around. Those
Well,
people who are afraid to be themselves, they're the weird ones, because they could do something they enjoy, but instead they just stay miserable and ornery, and they make me sick. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting because like people will like, they'll complain about it and they'll say this and they'll say that, and then you welcome them over to like kind of like partake in it, or like even just to kind of, like come and look at everything, because like I have a basically like a huge Lego City layout in my garage that's currently being demoed, but
The garage or the layout?
the layout. Because I'm trying so like it used to be nothing but like Lego sets, like store-bought type stuff, and I got it in my mind that I'm gonna end up getting rid of a lot of that and then starting into like basically a mock city, and doing that. And so like yeah, I'm gonna fight that battle. And
Hey, nerd burglar.
Now you're getting into the fun part, though, Tyler.
oh, I know.
What, Jen?
Hey,
What?
will you go for it?
Yeah.
And then,
Is there,
if you want to go upstairs.
Okay.
1:00.
there ain't much of a difference.
Oh yeah, you guys look like twins.
What do you think?
You still wanna? It's up to you, Jen. Yeah.
The meatloaf.
The guy, one of the people that I met at Philly is on the stream. I guess he watches. He's watched us, and we didn't know until Philly. It's awesome, Jen. He's a school teacher, Jennifer.
Why did you say my name?
So they don't think I'm talking to them. I'm not talking to you guys. Sorry.
Oh no.
Hi,
All
Jen.
right, you can hurt her feelings later.
Haley says hi. Hi, Jen.
Hello, Jen.
Forgot how it went.
How are you doing tonight?
Nick.
Put something.
Hey, Chris, if you're still listening, man, Kevin was on earlier, and he said basically we could have it set up however we want in Alabama. Kind of know what I made out of it. What about you, Haley?
That's what I heard.
So he's basically giving you guys the reins to run Bama as much as you want, huh?
I don't know if I'd take it that far, but
Oh yeah, he just hasn't. He just doesn't know it yet.
okay, then we'll take it that far.
Because Alabama's just the 2 days, right?
It's a 4-day show.
Oh.
All right, I figured it out. I'm smarter than the Lego. I got to put back together.
Yeah, I'd seriously, consider Alabama, but like I said, it's just so freaking right after the holidays. That would kill me.
When is Bama?
Did you say when is it?
Yeah. What's the date?
It's in January. I don't know the exact date.
It was like the second week of January. It was like the 12th or something.
I thought it was the 18th.
That would be like immediately after Brick Fiesta.
No, Brick Fiesta is in July.
Well, from what I heard, there's two of them. They're switching it to two shows. There's one in Austin this year, which is the 4th of July weekend,
Yep.
and then supposedly they're pushing it into October as well. So it's going to be a 2-part thing, is what they're trying to do now.
Interesting. Yeah,
Because I think what the theme is for Austin is it's Go Green, I think, or something like that.
yeah.
Go Green.
Only other one I knew about was Brickfest coming down here in October.
Yeah, it came down November to Austin, I think, this past November.
Yeah.
And like I went to that and I saw a couple of people, and then apparently there was even more people that I missed out on, and that was pretty cool.
Don't like it when you find more stuff to sort.
I might be done sorting by the time we go to Alabama.
No, I just found 4 more trays. I had it in a spot. I totally forgot about it.
I have about a closet worth of Lego that I have to sort, and I choose not to.
Keep it shut. You don't see it. Out of sight, out of mind.
Pretty much, like if it's anything new that I buy, like if I go to like the stores down in Austin or up in Grapevine near Dallas,
Yeah.
I'll actually sort that. But if it's stuff that I've already bought, like I'm not going back and doing that. Too much hassle.
It's a lifesaver, man. I hate sorting more than anything.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but when you're building and you're building custom stuff,
Mm-hmm.
it's so nice to be able to just turn around, pull out what I need, and not have to spend 30 minutes digging for it or something.
Yeah,
Right.
That's the position I'm in right now.
Nick knows.
Yep.
Yeah.
Spent like 4 hours digging for parts for a 5-minute project.
Ouch. No, I started a couple of years ago. I went to the Dollar General and bought like almost 50 shoe boxes,
Hmm.
and that was my ability to do that because I was like a broke college kid, and now that I'm teaching and I have like an income and stuff like that, I mean I'm actually buying like actual storage, you know. So it was just crazy.
Yeah. But if you're serious about getting into the hobby, investing in good storage or investing your time into sorting collection, it helps.
Hmm. I'll get there one day. It's just it'll be during the summer if I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Especially if you're thinking about getting into custom builds. The better organized you are, the easier the build to be. Because you'll end up going to Bricklink and buying parts that you already got.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done that so many times.
Two Dude says he won't be done sorting for a long time. Well, I don't have much to sort. I just got to figure out how I want to do it. And run with it and leave it alone. Is everybody muted?
No.
We'll say this is the longest it's ever taken me to get through 2 pick-a-brick cups in the set.
You got that spring mix.
Yeah. And the sad thing is, I got 2 more cups of it.
Uh-oh.
You can do it, Hoosier.
You just had to do it, didn't you?
Well,
It's a sickness. I know. It's a sickness.
You have a nice sorting pile going on, though.
you know, it's one of them things where my Lego store didn't have them out yet, and Haley was like, "Hey, I'm going to the store. They got new parts." Yes, please. Then I get to the Lego store in Philly, and they got the parts on the wall, and I grabbed more.
Nope.
I think that's like the coolest thing because like you've got people that can kind of look out and help you out with certain things.
Yeah, we gotta get a big giant group chat going for part swapping.
Oh. I played basketball with some of my kids today, and I'm like extremely sore. Just like,
Yeah, I'm feeding the addiction, Somniac. Next cups won't be so bad. There's a lot of the same parts. Like I know it's a complete cup, 1x2 dark bluish gray plates. More carrots. Don't know why I thought I needed more carrots, but
Can never have enough carrots, right?
I said earlier before you come on, I think I got enough carrots. I can do like a 50 base plate carrot farm.
No,
There you go.
make one of the 18-wheeler trailers. Have the container all of carrots and have it spill it out.
That's a good idea. Somniac said, feel free to add him to that list.
Will do.
So, did Jen kill Butt Chop?
Must have. And he was never heard from again.
Dum.
Bugs Bunny mock?
It's a lot of carrots for Bugs Bunny. I don't know if that Winnie the Pooh house thing ever gets pushed through, then you could have Rabbit's Farm.
I mean, they have the Winnie the Pooh license because they have a bunch of Duplo. Duplo Winnie the Pooh characters. I don't know, but Lego Ideas, they don't make new molds for those. So those idea sets are whatever elements they have available.
So they didn't make new modes for the Flintstone characters?
Nope. That's why there's no Dino in the set.
It was pretty cool how they made up for that though.
Mm-hmm.
That and I ended up buying that set. I didn't even know about it until Philly because I've just completely gone on, in the dark with Lego. But I ended up buying the Flintstone set and got it signed that gentleman that was there.
Oh, you got it by the designer, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now I'm gonna have to go buy another one so I can build it.
No, he had the original Lego Ideas set.
Mm-hmm.
He had it there at Philly last year when he was doing the campaigning for it.
Yeah, I think he had it there this year too, because he was showcasing the old, and the new one.
Yeah.
So I mean, because I could have all the trees being torn down the farm.
So you ended up getting a whole lot of the little leaf piece.
Oh yeah. These are the cups Haley got for me here.
Okay.
And I know I got some in the ones that I got for myself.
Oh, you can make a coal cart style. Put the carrots in that one. The train one.
Or when I display at Alabama, all the sig figs will be walking around eating carrots.
That's their New Year's revolution.
Okay.
So do you have a sig fig, Tyler?
I do not. Like I've got something that I use, but as far as like mass produced, no.
He said no.
Man, I thought I was going to pull out the minifigs and make them one.
Oh yeah, I've got a ton. I just like I don't know. Like I just haven't built, like I haven't bought a ton of one specific minifig. I don't even know if I've ever bought minifigs off of like Lego.com or anything like that.
If you do a sig fig, just don't choose CMF parts.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I think the more basic, the more basic but interesting, the better. As far as cost.
Haley, Chris wants to know, says, Haley, you figure out what I owe you with shipping?
Yeah, I'm texting him right now.
I don't even remember what Chris bought. Did he buy any of the stuff that you were showing the other night?
Yes. Yeah. I have a pile for him, so.
This is the stuff that I hate. The small stuff.
That's when you just let the kids take over.
I probably need to start putting some of this stuff away, make some room.
Yeah, I've even thought about bringing up like tubs to the school that I work at, and just tell the kids like, "Hey, I'll give you a free 100 if you just sort this."
You want to make extra credit.
Right.
That's awesome.
Especially now that we're at the end of the year and there's not a whole lot to do. Start getting it ready for next year.
Too bad you're not. Too bad you're not a math teacher. You could totally made them sort out the pieces and do a whole, math style.
Yeah, well, I've taught math. So the first 3 years that I was a teacher, I was a math/science teacher.
Mhm.
And so I brought Lego in that route, and it was actually pretty cool. It was pretty neat because like most of the kids at first, like they don't want to mess with Lego because they don't want to be seen as a kid. But once they actually get into it, like it's amazing how much of them actually on their free time would be like, "Hey, can I pull this stuff out and just kind of build with it?" So, and then I was able to find out that our school, like kind of like in the darkest cave of one of the rooms, we actually had like 20 Lego Technic, kind of like the robotics kits,
Mhm.
the educational kits that they used to make. Just kind of collecting dust. I was like, "Can I have those?" So they ended up letting me have them for the class.
Well, that's cool.
Nice. All right, kids, I'm going to turn in for the night.
All right, Nick, have a good one, buddy.
Right,
All
Nick?
right. And enjoy the rest of your sword.
I don't know how much I'll enjoy it, but
And hey, Tyler, thanks for popping in and hanging out with the crew tonight. That's cool of you.
Right, appreciate it. I'll catch you next time.
All right, and next time you see me in person, don't hesitate to say hi. I'm just another person.
Yeah, I know. I think the first couple of times it was just like you always had a crowd, and so like it was just, I don't know, awkward to me. But
Yep. I always bring a crowd with me. No.
His entourage.
Yep. Exactly. All right, guys. You have a good night.
Night, Nick.
right, Nick.
see you, Nate.
Man, I don't want to work tomorrow.
Does anybody actually like to work?
I don't mind my job. I got it. My job is easy.
What do you do?
I work maintenance for the town that I live in.
What kind of maintenance?
Everything.
Everything.
Cut grass, snow plow.
Be a stop sign.
Be a stop sign. Replace the signs. Work on police cars.
Oh wow. Is it like a smaller town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 800 people in population.
Oh wow. Town I grew up in, it was small, but it wasn't super small. But like our class, like from primary all the way up to 12th grade, like we only had like 700 people in our school. growing up. So I was a small town kid.
But I work by myself, so no bosses looking over my shoulder or anything like that.
You kind of are your boss.
No set schedule. As long as I get my allotted hours in, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, summertime, I always get as many hours as I want. So,
That's good.
it works out.
Yeah, during the summer I work odd jobs. Like I work at a roping arena, like a rodeo. That's insane. It's always fun.
Are you a rodeo clown?
I have been.
You're braver than I am.
Yeah. I mean, we don't do like some of the bigger rodeos, like with some of those bulls, like I look at those things and I'm like, there's no way you can pay me to do that. But like some of the smaller ones and things like that, I mean, I'm okay with to some degree. But I mean, I've gotten into a barrel. I've been thrown around that way. I mean, I've sat at a table playing cards, and that was beyond insane.
Oh, I guarantee it.
But I've always done silly things before, so
Yeah, watching those people at the rodeo, man, when they get hit in that barrel.
it hurts. I mean, it's like riding on a roller coaster, but flying off the tracks.
Yep.
I'm good. I'll stay here and play with my Lego.
Right?
I did barrel racing when I was younger. That was fun.
Yeah, my dad, he wanted me to get into steer dogging,
Hmm.
and for whatever reason, I didn't do it. But yeah, I think I disappointed him growing up because I was like the 6'4", like stocky monster of a kid. Like I played football, stuff like that, but like I would go home, like I'd go from like being on the football field, hitting people, stuff like that, being all this like manly idea kind of thing, to going home and like building with Lego and playing with Lego and sorting Lego. And it was just, I don't know. I think he just didn't like it at first, but then eventually when I got older and built all this like pretty insane stuff, he was just like, all right, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
It's like you were saying earlier. When you tell people your hobby's Lego,
Yeah, they frown usually.
They look at you weird. You're just like, what? Until, I think until I showed people what I did, and then they're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they don't really.
I think you're in here playing with the little action figures or something.
Yeah,
that's what they think. They're like, so you go buy a set and you build it and you sit at the table and play with it.
yeah.
So. Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
Be like, I'll play with the trains. I'll send them things around the city a couple of times, but
Yeah, that's one thing I will. Yeah, trains.
Well, that's I was telling y'all earlier. I was like, that's one of the things that I was like super pumped about because that my first year at Fiesta when I was down in Houston,
Mhm.
the Emerald Knight and the Marsh Train, both of those are sitting like $500, I think, on eBay and all that kind of stuff, online purchase. And I was able to get both of those for $300 each, like brand new in the box, like mint condition kind of thing, and it was insane. And then I also got a monorail.
Ah,
I don't like you anymore.
gotta kick him out.
Why? Why do you hate me about my monorail?
Because we want a monorail.
I'm actually glad that I haven't ran across one at a reasonable price.
You want to know how much I paid for mine?
No.
Because I got it. I got the monorail, the Marsh Train, and the Emerald Knight all from the same guy. And then everything except for the monorail was mint condition, boxed, and everything. But the monorail, it was used. But the guy, he pulled out the motor and he was showing me, and I was like, you know what? I was like, even if it doesn't run, I was like, the fact that I have a monorail, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't even built it. Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, I've kept it in a completely closed off, like sealed kind of storage container.
Mhm.
Because it's an older set and it's got a whole lot of white pieces that have like yellowed a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to get any worse until I actually kind of like figure out a game plan on how to fix that. But
I'll give you what you paid for it.
No, I bought one off of Bricklink. That was I got the one with the space. Had those large trans blue pieces. I got that one. I was so excited. I ran it first. I did. I built it and ran it, and then I had broke it back down. I still have it separated from the collection. It's still bagged up, but I put the track in a box, putting it aside to be put into the Jurassic World, and I still can't find that box till this day. And so angry.
you didn't throw it away, did you?
I don't think I did, but it's like I cannot find that box. It wasn't like a cardboard closed off. It was, yeah.
Can somebody have like played a trick on you, like your kids or something?
No, they're too little. I don't let them out. I don't let them out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sean could have, but man, that's floating with death.
that's yeah. Luckily, luckily Big B he let me borrow some of his monorail for last year, so I could have the section I wanted to make. Like, oh man, yeah.
Chris, man, I don't even know. I'll just ship it and I'll tell you what the price is and we'll work something out. That big fig, I don't think it'll fit in no flat rate box, so.
So the Santa Fe train and the BNSF, when that first came out, I think I was in like high school, and I begged my mom for like a month straight to get those two engines, and I was able to get them for my birthday, and looking back on it, I was so happy about it because I was able to get them, and I ran across a BNSF think last year,
Mhm.
for about what it was on market price, expensive, but I was like, I really need this. I was like, I love this train. And so I went ahead and bought one. So I have two BNSFs and I have one Santa Fe, but I don't have any of the train cars for any of them.
So I think last year I picked up my trains from Philly because I got the Santa Fe and the other one, and then I've been trying to find the carts to the Santa Fe. But
Mhm.
the people who have them are either keeping them or they're selling them for 400 just for a one box, like one section.
What cars go with the Santa Fe? All
It's
this.
like there's
The
like
luggage
it's like a luggage car. There's like a mail car or
and a
something like that.
dining.
Like they're like 2-in-1s or something like that. I think.
I think the luggage and the mail cart was a 2-in-1, and then you have the dining cart. So
Mm.
no, I'm just gonna break like the pieces and maybe update the colors or something and do something different because all of them I've seen at shows or online are just crazy.
Hmm. Well, if you do that, let me know, and I will push cash your way, and you can handle the heartache.
Chris, when do you want me to ship this stuff? I'm gonna guess pretty soon, being the price you paid for some of it. Only thing I'm worried about is that damn big fig, though, man. Ship a
Bubble wrap,
Lego for probably $6-7.
bubble wrap. No, they raised their prices again at the post office.
Did they?
Yeah, because I went in there to send off Butt Chops the boots, and I crammed them inside of just a medium flat rate box. That was the only box they had that I could get the shoes in, and it still was like busting the seams. So I taped that sucker. It probably had more its weight in tape than anything else.
I mean, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Chris, you should just skip the shipping, man. Come up here and get them.
There you go. I have to send stuff to Hoosier anyways. I'll send everything to him.
So I think at this moment we can probably say that something happened to Butt Chop because he's still not back.
Nah, he does this all the time. He'll be gone an hour and then he'll come back.
Okay. His Lego's still on the shelf, so he must still be alive.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, the fact that he dropped 2 different things earlier, I was like, that makes you normal alone.
Oh, go watch him back in the beginning when he was getting on the streams.
Uh-huh.
And he was so excited to be here. Every time you'd ask him to show a set, when he'd set it down, he'd break it. But he broke 10 sets one night.
Oh, goodness gracious. No, I think the only large, and it wasn't even Lego, it was actually Mega Blocks, but the only large, like, kind of building block that I ever dropped was a aircraft carrier, and like I had worked on that thing for 2 weeks straight because Mega Blocks back then hurt my hands to try to like clip them together.
Yep.
And that thing, I built it, and with like I didn't even get 30 minutes of it like completed and pretty and all that. And I pick it up to showcase it to my grandmother because I was building it over at her house, and I picked it up kind of in the middle and was holding it, and the thing just how like ships break. I mean, the whole thing just kind of like broke in like 3 sections, and they just fell. And I stood there for like 10 minutes. I didn't say a word. And I just stared at. I was like, all this hard work that I've put in, and it just shattered.
Yeah, still no. I got a printer, Chris. I don't have a scale.
I
I don't have an account to print the labels.
shoot, one of the first Jurassic World sections that I made, and I was trying to transport it out to the tables out in the garage, and I was just trying to get it through the doorway, and this is before I redid it and sectioned it. So I had like maybe 2 gray base plates mills together, and I was walking it out there, and I bumped it or did something, but it half of it just shattered, and it all crashed, and it cut down my leg. I had to go get stitches. But I caught the stupid plastic the right angle,
Oh wow.
and but the whole section just shattered on the ground. I was like, oh.
I print with PayPal.
You know, I bled for that Jurassic World one.
Yeah, the closest thing I've ever bled because of Lego was I was building basically some transportation shelves, if you want to call it shelves. Basically, so I could put them in my truck and have them not kind of go whatever you want to call it in the seats.
Mhm.
And I was cutting the circular saw the wood, and I caught just the tip of my finger, and I don't even know how, but like that thing bled forever.
Yeah.
But luckily, I don't have a scar or nothing.
Yeah. It was interesting because I was like, oh, did not know I can catch those bricks at the right angle.
I'll see if I can figure something out this weekend, Chris.
He should just join and hang out.
He won't do it while he's at work.
No, never mind.
Which I can't say I blame him. Not with the work that he does anyway.
Yeah.
He works like night shifts.
Yeah, he works on an assembly line, so
Fingers.
a lot of times he'll be behind in the chat where he's busy, and it takes him 10 minutes to get back to his phone so he can type something in the chat. I'm gonna mute this so don't make Chris go deaf.
Make some noise.
say the other one that I met was, well, I didn't meet him. I saw him. But every time that I went near him, he was always with a group of people. Was Iceberg Bricks.
Hmm.
So I think that was the only other one that I was kind of aware of that I did not get to talk to.
Yeah, I didn't get to see much of Iceberg this trip.
Well, he was also because he was kind of at his own little area, at his own little table.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
he had like 2 huge things that he built.
Yeah, because last year he was set up. I think he was set up on the other side of me.
Mhm.
Or no, Troy and Alicia, and then Iceberg was on the other side. So I got to see him a lot more last year than I did this year. No, it's hard for people that are not. You're not in the same area.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of the thing, like being able to showcase at like Brick Fiesta, for example, like being able to showcase there and being able to like mix and group up with all the people there
Mhm.
and then going to Philly and not being able to showcase anything and kind of like you take a step back and you're just like a visitor basically. It was interesting. It was just like, man, I feel like out of place a little bit.
No, we did that for Brick Fiesta when it was up in Dallas a couple of years ago. We have the kids for the summer, so we didn't take anything to display
Mm-hmm.
because that was like first time we took them with us
Mm-hmm.
to a show, and it's like I'm glad we didn't take anything because trying to keep up with them and have them sit there behind the display
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
they were running all over the place. So
Are they like first through third grade kind of age or?
Sebastian is turning 5, and Saria, she's 7.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I told you Butt Chop does it all the time. Look, he's
What?
back.
What does he do?
He's
Disappears for an hour or so and then comes back. And
I had to move the car.
Did you get lost while moving the car?
Then Jennifer was watching this documentary on Gilda Radner, and I was like watching some of it. It's pretty interesting.
So we're not talking?
And I just came back because to let you know that I gotta go. And we're live.
well, thanks for coming and hanging out with us, Mr. Chop.
Thanks for putting up with me leaving for an hour and then coming back.
Hey, Butt Chop.
Good job.
Good night. It was nice to talk to you for real, Tyler, since I didn't know what to say to you at Philly.
Hey, we were in the same boat.
And then the other guys were there, so I just let them take over Blaze and Bricksmith and stuff. So because I was like, what? I better go. Because I just, if you like, I'm sure Hoosier and Haley noticed, I just like kind of run free. There were times they're like, where were you? I'm like, I was over digging through the bulk at Clutch's booth. And then
You would just disappear for hours on end. Be like,
I was still there.
yeah.
Don't go knock on the hotel door to wake you up.
Yeah.
He comes to the door karate chopping and shit. Like,
Oh, I learned never try to wake up Butt Chop. If you do, I had to poke them with the that blue brick the next morning. I poked them with that because at least I had distance this time.
Yeah, that's funny when I came to the door and then I came down for breakfast and Erica's like, Butt Chop's scary in the morning. And he was just like, why? He's like, his hair is sticking straight up and he looks crazy. Because I answered the door. And I think they were surprised I was the one who answered the door. And that was awesome. Hoosier standing there, I'm like, hey, yeah. Oh, did Haley tell you when she tried waking me up and I karate chopped at her?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. It was just like, hey, you want to go? And you spun so fast. I was like, yeah. So, nope.
Yeah.
The next time I poked you with the Technic brick. So
Yeah, that's a good route. That's awesome. See, that's how you become family. You know stuff like when you have to wake someone up. That's kind of a personal. You know what I mean? That's stuff you don't have with complete strangers. That's the real life stuff right there. You can't buy that kind of stuff. Waking someone up in the karate chop at you. That's real life stuff.
Well, see, I think what could have made it even funnier was you know how like they tell you to dump water on people to wake them up real quick. Take a bucket of Lego and just dump Lego on them.
That would be crazy to wake up like that. I don't even know. You wouldn't even realize what's going on. You'd hear the noise probably before you realized you had bricks all over you.
Yeah, and then you start moving around. You're like stepping and laying on brick. That'd be painful.
That would be worse than water, I think.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
That's a good idea. Next time we're roomies, we got to do the brick. We'll call it the brick awakening.
Man, that'd be a good hazing for all the new people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Good idea. Thanks, Tyler.
Good idea. Thank you.
Tyler fits right in. See.
Yeah.
Needs to be 1x1 round studs.
And if it happens you got to pick them up. See, because that's just the rule. So everyone's gonna try to wake up before everybody else, so they don't have to pick up all the studs.
Run fast.
I'm getting up first. No, I'm getting up first. Nobody sleeps for 3 days because
Everyone's sleeping their eyes open.
Could you imagine not sleeping for 3 days at a convention like that?
Yeah, I've done it.
that would suck. Well, basically, I probably altogether didn't sleep for 3 days in the last 72-hour stream. It was like I'd take like an hour nap and be back in the chat on whoever was streaming. I'd be like, I took a nap. And then it took me like a week to feel normal again. Well, after Philly, it took me like a week to feel normal again.
Shit, I still don't feel normal. Just saying.
It was like, what happened? It was awesome. You know, it's a cool life experience if you have to ask yourself what happened. Yeah. I stopped building the diesel knot, Haley, because I think it's like my second to last set, and my other one's just that stupid Lego store picture frame. So I realized I'm on bag 6. Once I finish this, I won't have any sets left to build with all the stuff I bought at Philly. So that Philly dream is over.
Yeah.
So then that means Philly will be officially over once I finish the diesel knot. So that's not cool.
You can't finish it.
Never finish it.
You put all the pieces except for one on it.
Yeah, I'll throw it over. Too bad I have backups. Oh, dang it. I'll have to throw all the brick away. Everything must go.
You know, I still got sets that I didn't build.
Yeah, most people have a backlog. I can't keep one.
From the first Philly I went to.
Well, yeah, you're a different story. I can't keep a backlog to save my life. You could be holding a gun at my head and I'd still be building the set. And it's the last set I have sealed. I'd be like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to get shot because I can't stop building this.
Yeah, I think I'm sitting about 6 Lego sets that I haven't built yet.
Yeah, some people can just sit on them. It's like if it's sitting there, I'm like, I need to build that. Even if I'm going to take it apart, I need to build it because then I can take it apart. But it's like, but I shouldn't complain because when I'm done building my sets from Philly, then I can start go back to the stuff I'm working on that's not official sets, you know, my mocks and modification stuff. And so it's not like there's nothing to do. I'm not one of those people that just build sets and then leave them put together like a static model that you never take apart. So I don't mind taking it all apart.
All right, well, I'm gonna get going.
Yeah, do you have class tomorrow?
Yeah, I gotta wake up early.
What the heck are you doing up? You get to bed.
It's called Lego, and it's called talking to good people.
No, well, yeah. As soon as you find people that are like you, it's hard to like. You're like, okay, I can't. If I stop talking to them, then it'll be then I might never see him again. But don't worry, we'll see you again. I gotta go too anyway. So now it's down to the Dirty Dozen, Haley and Hoosier.
Tyler, I will send you more invites, buddy, if you want them.
I'm gonna send you 100 invites per day, Tyler. 400 invites per minute.
Yeah, definitely. I've got a. So what's interesting is I have a school dance that I have to go to tomorrow.
Yes.
So I'm up till midnight tonight with a school dance tomorrow. Yeah, it's just
You can stream from the dance.
perfect. Perfect recipe.
But you'll be okay. You'll make it. Well, and I'm just kidding. I won't send you any invites, just so you know, at all. So
Well, it's because you had so much trouble the first time around.
what?
It's because you had so much trouble the first time around.
I don't have trouble sending invites. I just don't usually send them out.
Okay.
I'm just.
But
They're all professional. They send out invites to everyone that's invited to the stream. If I start streaming, I just like if someone comes in the chat, I'm like, oh, I'll send you an invite. I just don't send them out to everyone unless I'm streaming with someone on purpose. But yeah, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow and Saturday at work. I might go into work tomorrow for overtime, free overtime. And then but I'll see you guys probably tomorrow night and Saturday. I have to do a live stream for the Lego store picture frame, so that's coming up in the next 3 weeks. Okay. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Chop.
stay chop. But yeah, he's here. I'll when I jump on, and if I catch y'all on live, I'll jump on, and if you got a spot, I'll jump in.
Yeah, well, as you know, man, I stream every Saturday night.
Yeah. I've been busy the past two, but I was lucky enough to find you on here tonight, so I figured I'd jump in and say hello.
I didn't get a big enough bag.
But yeah, you just holler in the chat if you want to invite.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you. I'll
Yeah.
talk to y'all probably tomorrow or so.
Have a good one, Tyler.
All right, y'all too. Bye.
Night.
He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad he hopped on. I'm sad because I think he came up right when I was packing up and leave. We were packing up Sunday.
Yeah, he comes through then.
Yeah. Yeah,
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with some of this stuff. I'm almost thinking about going to the bricks for Chris sorting method. What, Chris?
which method's that?
Put it in bags and put it in a big old tote.
I don't know. I'd be worried about digging through the tote too much.
What I do now, Chris? I was being quiet on pouring the parts in the, so I was being nice.
Maybe you're being too quiet.
That could have been it.
Hoosier.
Let's see what all I got in this one.
I broke down and started building.
Yeah. He was just thinking, this is going to. Do I even want to know, Chris? Should I be scared? And how much is it going to cost me?
Well, if he goes and visits you, he can pick up his stuff because I'm already sending a box to you.
Could you get the legs off the big fig? I don't even want to try it, Chris, to be honest with you, buddy.
Hmm.
I would rather pay the shipping myself than not have to try that one. I'm going to mute this real quick.
Aw.
I got to take it easy on Chris's ears. He is an old man.
Yeah. Hmm. More pieces.
Yeah, this one has a lot of gray in this one.
I don't sort any of the flower or any plant elements. They go right. I throw anything plant related goes straight into a big giant bin.
You don't break it down into like, you put the all the flower pieces together.
I used to, but there's so much. I can't. Now I just throw it. I throw it in the plant one because sooner or later it's probably going to be put to use. So unless it's a unique piece, I'll try to stick it in a bag and then throw it in the bin.
Chris said if you look through the hose on his butt, there is a nut and bolt holding them on. Man. Dang it, Chris. Hopefully it's in this top box, because if it's not in the top box, it'll take me a couple days to get to it. Oh yeah, and I forgot I got these cool Lego signs.
Yeah, which ones did you end up getting?
Sean gave me the yellow ones. It's got the 2x2 bricks on it.
Okay. Yeah, because I think I told him the only ones I wanted to keep were the one that was signed by Holland and Ballin and the Technic one. So they're pretty cool.
Buddy.
They're pretty cool because you can put lights behind because they were in a light box.
Chris, they're in the middle boxes, man. I get the table cleaned up tomorrow. I'll look for him.
Check his butt. Hoosier, check his butt.
Man, I don't want to do. If I had looked at the price tag of what he paid for that thing, I would have never agreed to bring it home with me.
We have there's someone on Craigslist around here. He sells them for like $300 a piece.
That's in the ballpark.
Yep. It's like three to 400. And crap. He still has 3 of them.
So the one that Holland and Ballin had, it had a hat. Is that a different one, or is this one supposed to have a hat?
I think there's a couple different ones. Because you got the new ones that say build a minifig. And that one has a hat.
Okay, that might have been the one Holland and Ballin had.
Yeah. But then you had another one that looked exactly the same, except it didn't say build a mini on it on the chest.
I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go back.
He could have been missing a hat.
Oh, Chris said he's glad there's no hat. I gotta track back to and find the.
But you can put the Lego the Lego cup, the human size Lego cup, you can stick it in his hand.
Huh.
And make him hold it.
Yeah, so there's the one.
Yeah, those cup bricks that you can buy at the store. The handle will fit in his hand. It's pretty funny.
Oh, Chris said he'll look like him when he's done. That's cool. Yeah, I'll get that out, Chris, this weekend and ship it out to you next week. Ellie, I'm gonna go smoke. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Oh. All right. I'm going to mute real quick and open the back. There you go. Done. Oh, kind of sad that Captain Marvel doesn't have any. She has very plain pants here in this set. And you didn't want any of the boxes on yours, Chris, right? Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, Chris said he still wishes he was 32 inches instead of 19. Man, I'm glad those are on the wall. I use a lot of those in the train track.
Yeah. When I saw them at the KOP store, I was like, "Yep, I'm getting a couple of those." I,
Chris said false advertising. Yeah, I think whatever way I go with this time on sorting everything, that's how I'm gonna stick with it. I ain't gonna change it up no more. All right. Good night, dude.
Night, dude, Jude. Well, you'll stick with it until it changes, and then you'll adapt to your new system.
Yeah, I don't have the quantity, the stuff to sort like Chris has. Just bins of 3-gallon Ziploc bags full of parts.
Yeah, we're not at that stage yet. Well, if you sort one gallon at a time. There you go. I did have to start doing the overflowing method of parts, so I got some parts are just
Yeah, like I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with all my slopes. 'Cause I got a bunch of slopes. All styles.
the regular brick ones I've kept separate. Where the one by whatever slopes, regardless of up or down, are in one bin. And the 2x2 or 2x3 upside down slope are together. And then so I have those in four different containers of the brick slopes, and then what are they called? These guys. These elements. They, that red slope that you showed earlier,
Yeah.
and the smooth slopes. They all sit in a giant mixed bin.
Yeah. Chris said the 2-gallon bags are all full of one element.
That's nice.
One element, one color.
Yeah, the slope pieces I just showed you, I have them in 2 separate drawers because they're overflowing.
Somniac says, is there a PDF of how to stack 1x2 and 2x4 in a pick-a-brick cup to maximize brickage?
2x4, yes. 1x2, there's a few pictures. They did it in it's a crazy circle thing. Oh dear.
Uh-oh, that don't sound good. Oh, Chris said, yep, just Google it.
But there's a picture going around with the 2x4s, but I was able to get more than what that picture showed before the cup starts breaking.
Yeah, I tried that with the 2x4 bricks. In fact, I think I tried it in Nashville because Chris was helping and Eva was helping. I gave up on it.
Uh, let me open up the last bag.
Oh, boy. Look what Eric has snuck in the Pick-a-Brick cup.
Ha, ha. Yeah, I forgot to pick up the bunny ears.
Chris said, did they change the cup size just a hair?
I don't know. Yeah, because there's two different pictures, and in one picture you can fit, X amount of bricks in it. It was okay, but there was another picture where you could fit more. But when I did that one, it split the cup in half. I don't know, Chris. They could have, or just went with a different. They changed cup manufacturers. I don't know.
Somniac says, I had heads one time from downtown Disney. Well, was one of those mixed drawers.
I don't know that King of Prussia, the KOP wall. That was a good. That was nice to go through those.
Yeah, we got lucky there. I think we was the first ones to hit that store, I think.
Yeah, 'cause I think Shiny said he had hit the store, but he got whatever he wanted before. I think I took a picture and sent him because told him, like, yeah, you should go back and get more of the that one set that was there.
The Apocalypse Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris said the way he used to stack them don't work anymore. He said the cups crack.
Yeah. Well, I still have my original cups. Go in there and compare them one day.
It is weird that all of a sudden they're cracking. I gotta get this table cleaned off so I got more room.
Break Somniac. Which panels?
Chris says, how many 1x2 plates are in a case?
A bunch.
Oh God, there has to be.
The guy. 2x4s. There's roughly 635 2x4s, give or take, per case. These have to be a couple thousand.
Oh, I'd say
More.
I'd say every bit of 6,000 or so. Would be my guess. I mean, this was one cup, so, and I'm still pulling them out. There's probably 500-600 there. I'm gonna guess. But I guess it depends on how full the box is. That'd have been nice to know, Chris. When I started doing all this ballast, well, you would need them too. So
No, it's a good element to have.
well, at least you know you're not going to have to buy any when you start doing all your train track. It's 5-6 cents a piece. They do get expensive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
tiny little airplane.
Chris said, I told you like 6 weeks ago. Yeah, you did. But I had all that I needed then. I ain't knocking it, buddy. You helped me out enough, man.
All right, Hoosier. I think I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out just long enough to get the rest of these plates out of here. Then I think I'm gonna call it a night. Keep Chris company for a few more minutes. I did not get the Stranger Things. I know Haley's going to as soon as she's able to.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it in person today while I was waiting for my phone to get fixed. And yeah. Then I watched Jang's video earlier, which made it worse.
How long you gotta wait, Haley?
2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks to see if the stock is, if they have enough in stock, and there's not a big demand for it, they'll let us do it. If it's a big demand, then we have to wait longer.
Wow. And it's like a $200 set, right?
Yeah. No, I didn't realize the houses you can snap them apart and place them out separate too.
Yeah, that's what Chris said. He says he's going to make it 2 standalone houses.
I mean, there's so many little Easter eggs from the 2 seasons, and I didn't realize there was a pumpkin sitting in the back of the 4x4 when in the pictures. I started laughing. I was like, okay, I get that reference now.
Yeah, see, I don't watch the show, so it wouldn't do me no good.
Oh, you should watch it. Just think of Goonies. If Goonies and Ghostbusters had a baby. That's the best way to describe. Probably don't.
I know Erica, she watches it, so it'll probably be on the to get list.
Then the fact that you can just flip it. So
Chris said he'll have 2 if you want one. I'm guessing he's talking to you, Haley.
no, my plan is to get 2 because I'm gonna probably build it the way it's supposed to, and then I'm gonna mock the crap out of it and build the actual full, kind of like what they did with the Simpsons, and give it a full house.
Man, if this thing wasn't a $200 set, I'd buy it and build it with y'all.
Come on, Hoosier, you could do it for the 72-hour stream. That could be the set.
That could be the set.
All right, hold on. Let me go kick all the dogs outside before I get off. Come on, let's go bite. Come on. Oh. Out, out, out.
Chris said G. Oh, Jamie changed the logo yet? I don't think so, Chris. Chris is on it about that logo.
Yeah.
All right. 72-hour streams in July, right?
July 13th.
I gotta see where I'm at. I might be able to buy it for that.
Yeah, I know that was on my list. With the kids coming here in a couple of weeks, I might wait a little bit.
I gotta get some of this Philly stuff paid down. With all the problems that I ran into before Philly.
Yeah.
I usually pay for everything Philly with cash, but wasn't able to do it this time.
Yeah, we tried to stick with cash this time. This is our one big vacation of the year, so.
I gotta get it all paid back down so I can use it again in January.
I know I was looking at January. I was like, okay, that one's not too bad because we're not gone for like 10 plus days. And, I haven't even looked at hotels yet.
I said it last night on Nick's stream.
Yeah.
Charity was looking at a hotel. I want to say it was the Hilton. It's a 7-minute walk from wherever the convention is. And we got, well, we don't have it, but what we looked at was a king suite. Check in Thursday and check out Monday.
Yeah.
It was like $470 or something like that.
That's not bad.
And then to stay where the hotel that's connected to where the convention is was like another $500 higher.
Yeah.
Chris said, hey, what's this shit about the wife going and not Erica? We kind of heard that too when Erica found out, Chris. She'll probably go. I think Holland and Baldwin said they're going to try to go to Virginia. I know Bubba and Kelly said Bama bound, but Bubba's truck died on him again today, and looks like he's in the market for a new vehicle.
Where's the convention taking place?
I haven't even looked into it enough. I guess I need to look into it. Alright, so that looks like all the plates. And that was one Pick-a-Brick cup. So there is several hundred in there. You figure they're small. You can get 100. That's probably 100 in a handful. Yeah. I'm gonna call this one a night. I know Haley's ready to go to sleep. I'm gonna take my happy ass home and get ready to do the same thing. So. Chris, don't work too hard, buddy. Y'all have a good one.
Night, everybody.